Podcasts, including Literally with Rob Lowe.
Hey everybody, it's Rob Lowe here. Literally is really just an opportunity for me to connect with old friends, fellow actors, people that I admire. You'll hear conversations with Jennifer Aniston, Michael J. Fox, Tiffany Haddish, Oprah, Conan O'Brien, assorted Brat Packers. We converse through every fork in the road, from deeply thoughtful to extremely random.
Literally with Rob Lowe is available now on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores! LaFontaine at the blue line here in the fourth overtime, winning the series.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
To Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero, Gordie Howe, for most goals scored.
Gretzky scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky. Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Seguin lost it to Scheifele. Scheifele with 2-on-1. Scheifele scores!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
The following is a presentation of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Washington, D.C. The National Hockey League presents your Columbus Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals. Welcome to the 25th anniversary season of Blue Jackets hockey. I'm Bob McElligott. Well, the Blue Jackets are continuing their road trip here tonight, playing in a back-to-back situation after losing yesterday afternoon in Sunrise, Florida. They lost in overtime to the Florida Panthers, and the final score in that game yesterday was 7-6. It was a heartbreaking loss for the Blue Jackets. Let's be honest about it. The Blue Jackets had a 4-1 lead in the second period, thanks to a number of different complications. That lead got away. There was some officiating that the Blue Jackets weren't happy with, some calls that were made, some calls that weren't made. There were power plays that the Florida Panthers were able to capitalize on. An old friend turned nemesis, and Seth Jones was actually responsible for a couple of those power play goals for the Florida Panthers yesterday. So things just didn't go right for the Blue Jackets. Let's be honest about it. But you know what? They got out of it with a point, and now they have a chance to wipe it away if they can come here to Washington and get a victory today. And that's where leadership comes into play. And Zach Werenski says being a leader doesn't mean having a letter on your jersey. Anybody can do it, and there are plenty of candidates that will.
When you wear a letter, you wear it with a lot of pride and want to do the right thing and help this team. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of great leaders in there that don't wear letters. And I think, all you want is for guys to play their game, be themselves. We're all pulling on that same rope. So it doesn't matter if you're wearing an A or not. At the end of the day, it's just about guys being comfortable, guys playing their game and doing what they can to help the team win. And I feel like we have a lot of that in our room.
Well, without question, Sean Monahan is one of the leaders on this team. And Monahan says it's about going out each and every day and putting in the same effort and developing consistency. That's what's going to be the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, no, I think playing in this league is about being consistent and, trying to bring the same game within the team structure every night. And that's an important thing to be a successful team and, to be a good player in this league.
Head coach Dean Evason does agree with that consistency factor. As a matter of fact, he has continuously said our team is playing hard even when they're not getting the second point like they want to. That's exactly what he expects to see from them again here tonight.
You guys constantly asked about the leads, slipping away, and we constantly talk about just stay in the course, just stay with the process, just believe that what we're doing is the right thing, and you have to work at every parts of your game and continually talk about it. We continually teach, and the players are continually committed to doing the right things to win.
Well, the Washington Capitals are a team that comes into this game atop the Metropolitan Division and a team that is just winning. As a matter of fact, the Washington Capitals team just had a winning streak snapped. They had won 6 in a row before they lost their last game of their California trip, and they lost that one in a shootout by the score of 4-3 in Anaheim. But they have been rolling, and they've been putting up points, and they have been good. And the Blue Jackets are hoping that they can catch them coming back from the West Coast today and maybe give them a little taste of the medicine that the Capitals gave the Blue Jackets when they were here a couple of weeks ago and Washington scored the win. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, which are being brought to you by Kroger. First of all, for the visiting Blue Jackets on defense, it'll be Zach Werenski and Ivan Provorov. The wingers are Cole Sillinger and Kent Johnson, and Sean Monahan will make the start at center. The Blue Jackets have 2 healthy scratches today, defenseman Jake Christensen and forward Zach Aston-Reese. Starting lineup for the Washington Capitals on defense, it's going to be Martin Fairbury, and he's joined by Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Up front, they are going to go with Ethan Frank and Anthony Beauvillier on the wings, and Nick Dowd will make the start at center. Time now to go between the pipes, which is being presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. ADS is a global leader in the production of environmentally friendly solutions to responsibly manage water. At ADS, they are helping the world to manage our most precious resource. Your goaltending matchup today, it's going to be Jet Greaves back in net for the Blue Jackets, making his 17th appearance of the season. His record is 7-4-5. He's got a 2.81 goals against average and a .901 save percentage. And Logan Thompson will make the start for the Washington Capitals. This will be appearance number 21 on the year for him. He is 12-6-2 on the year. He has a 2.06 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. That's the way these two teams will start this game, going head-to-head with one another today. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. And the opening face-off is coming your way right after this on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Breathe. You got this. You got it.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is Zach Werenski celebrating our 25th season on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Now we're cooking with gas. Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals, second meeting of the year here at Capital One Arena. Blue Jackets lost here. They lost here back on November 24th. 5-1 was the final score. Third meeting overall between these two teams. The other meeting was at Nationwide Arena back on October 24th. Capitals also won that game by the score of 5-1. The Blue Jackets are in their road uniforms tonight. The white jersey with the Union blue and red trim, blue pants, white socks, and white helmets. The Washington Capitals are wearing their third jerseys. It is the red jersey with the Screaming Eagle on the front. It's got navy blue and white trim, blue pants, red socks, and red helmets for the Capitals. Blue Jackets skating from left to right here in the opening period. The officials for tonight's game is assigned by the National Hockey League. Trevor Hansen and Jordan Samuels-Thomas are the referees. The linesmen are Libor Suchanek and Ryan Jackson. Blue Jackets looking for the puck in the neutral zone off the face-off. It's a bouncing puck, and the Capitals are going to control it. They pull it back inside of their own blue line. Martin Fairbury feeds it over to Trevor Van Riemsdyk, who gains the red line, continues to skate toward the right wing boards, and risks the puck into the Blue Jacket zone. Ivan Provorov leaves it for Cole Sillinger. trying to get it out of the zone. He couldn't do that. Couldn't get it around Fairbury, so he hands it off to Zach Werenski, and he will pass it to Provorov, who comes back across the ice, but off the skates of Sillinger, and Anthony Beauvillier will send it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Werenski puts the puck on the far wall. Voronkov couldn't tip it out. Here's a long shot from the right point, and there's Jet Greaves making his first save of the game. Matt Roy sending that puck in on net, and it looked like it deflected on its way in. But Greaves does get the job done. Jet getting the opportunity to get back in net for the Blue Jackets. Elvis Merzlikins has started the last 3 games for the Blue Jackets. So the opportunity is here once again for Jet to come in. Gets the second game in this back-to-back situation. As the Capitals throw one right in front off the right wing boards, and it is tipped in on Greaves, and he makes a big save early in this game. As the Capitals just driving right to the front of the net. Alexi Protas putting that puck right on Jet Greaves, who turns it aside. Last time that Greaves played was against the Pittsburgh Penguins, a game that the Blue Jackets lost in overtime 4-3 at Nationwide Arena the day after Thanksgiving. Dylan Strome taking the face-off, loses it, and Denton Mateychuk goes around behind his own net for the Blue Jackets. Cleared it off the left wing boards, but it got around Miles Wood without him touching it. And this is going to be an icing call against the Blue Jackets. So that faceoff comes right back into their own zone. Charlie Coyle again here today in between Isaac Lundestrom, who picked up his first goal as a Blue Jacket yesterday in Florida, and Miles Wood on that other wing. As Coyle is set to take the faceoff in the right wing circle against Strome. And Charlie Coyle pulled it back toward the net, but they blow the whistle and say that's not a good faceoff, and they'll do it again. Kind of slow going here in the first minute of this game. Only played 57 seconds so far. Strome wins the faceoff. Ovechkin can't get his shot away. They get it on the left side. Jacob Chychrun in with a shot, and the save is made by Greaves. Puck to the near corner. Charlie Coyle off the backhand, puts it behind the net over to Denton Mateychuk, skating on the left wing boards. Long pass ahead. That one is tipped into the Capital zone by Miles Wood. Jacob Chychrun then gets to it, finds Matt Roy on the far wall. Mateychuk steps up, put the puck to the end boards. Back to Mateychuk now on that left wing side. He'll wrap it around to the right wing boards, and it's Damon Severson at the right point. That'll just shovel it back down into the right wing corner. Blue Jackets have it there. Wood out to Mateychuk with a shot right into the catching glove of Logan Thompson, who holds on for the faceoff. Logan Thompson catches with his right hand. There aren't many guys in the league that do that. The Capitals, when everybody is healthy, they have 2 of them. Charlie Lindgren is the other goaltender here normally. Lindgren is injured, and he is out right now. Clay Stevenson has been called up from Hershey of the American Hockey League. But the Blue Jackets have struggled with these goaltenders here in Washington with this right-handed catch. It is different. You know, a lot of guys will kind of blow it off and tell you it's not, but other ones will tell you it absolutely is. And some of the better players on this Blue Jackets team, guys like Kirill Marchenko and Kent Johnson, they'll tell you that it's different. And Zach Werenski, too, that they're trying to make adjustments as to where they're shooting the puck and how they're shooting the puck, because everything is backwards on them from what they normally see. Here is Marchenko in the neutral zone, plays it right wing side to Fantilli, back to Marchenko, it goes right off his stick, and a follow-up chance on a backhand by Voronkov. That's stopped by Thompson. Dmitry Voronkov hands it off to Kirill Marchenko. He passes to the right point. Brendan Smith throws a shot on net. The save was made. The puck was loose for a moment. Now Marchenko tries to jam it back in. Thompson makes that save. Protas picks up the rebound, and he'll leave it behind the net for Fairbury as the Washington Capitals dodge an early chance there by the Blue Jackets to get on the board early in the first period. Well, that was a great job by Brendan Smith. He didn't waste any time. He just shot the puck to the net. Actually, it hit Protas in front, and that's why it gave Logan Thompson so much trouble, because it didn't get all the way to him. It went off his teammate right in front of the net. Blue Jackets are forced back behind their own net. They play it up the right wing side, and it does not touch the stick of Yegor Chinakhov, and that means it's going to be an icing call against the Blue Jackets, bringing the faceoff back into their own zone. Luca Del Belbelou's on the ice right now with Brendan Gaunce and Yegor Chinakhov. This line thought that they had combined for a goal yesterday afternoon. Brendan Gaunce was the guy that put the puck in the net, but it was ruled it went off his skate, and that it was a kicking motion, and it was taken off the board. I saw Brendan today out taking a walk, actually down by the White House, and We talked about that incident yesterday, and he absolutely feels that he did not purposely kick that puck into the net, and I get it. I said at the time yesterday, I can see why he doesn't think that it shouldn't count, and I can see why the league thinks that it shouldn't count. It was one of those weird plays, and we did agree on that today. So the Capitals now send the puck right back down into the Blue Jackets' end. Sonny Milano's got it. Milano out to the left point. Jacob Chychrun with a shot. Save was made, and the puck came off the glove of Jet Greaves. There was an opportunity there for the Capitals. They couldn't capitalize. Greaves got back into position to make a second save. And now Chinakhov will just take the puck and hand it off to Ivan Provorov as the Blue Jackets make a line change and bring Monahan, Johnson, and Sillinger back out. And here comes Sean Monahan. Puts it off the left wing boards, just out of the reach of Kent Johnson. Nick Dowd now up the right wing side. Lost control of the puck. Dowd, the last time the Blue Jackets were here a couple of weeks ago, was out with injury. He's an important part of this team. He's a good bottom six centerman. Back in there today. Gets the puck to the Blue Jacket zone. Matejchuk is taken to the far wall. Monahan gets it. Finds Severson, who leads it up the right side for Sillinger. Skates to the middle of the ice. Lost control of the puck, and it rolls out of his reach. Ethan Frank trying to bang it ahead for Anthony Beauvillier. He couldn't catch it. Jacob Chychrun will pick it up at the red line, skate it up, and play it deep into the Blue Jacket zone once again. 0-0 game, 15:45 to go. Here in period number one. Severson off the far wall looking for Wood. Miles had to reach behind him to try to pull that puck in, and then he goes with a backhanded feed intended for Charlie Coyle, but was picked off by the Capitals. Dante Fabro falling down and now going up the ice. He was going up there with Alex Ovechkin, and that's a guy you don't want to leave wide open. It doesn't matter. The Blue Jackets got the puck back in their own end. They'll give it to Fabro, and Dante will just lift it into the Washington zone. It checks up. It is going to be pulled in by Rasmus Sandin, and he stops behind his own net. Capitals defenseman looking things over, looking to set up the breakout. Dylan Strome comes back to help out, circles in front of the net. Connor McMichael does the same. Puck is put on the right wing boards, and the Caps try to get it onto Strome's stick as it goes through the neutral zone, untouched by everybody, and this will be an icing call against Washington now. We'll bring that face-off right back into their end, and the Blue Jackets have Adam Fantilli out there, ready to take the draw. Fantilli against Strome, and Strome wins this one. Sandin puts it around the boards and will not come out of the zone. Provorov kept it in. He went to take a shot. McMichael blocked that shot and tried to skate it out to the neutral zone, and Werenski picked his pocket. McMichael was already determining what he was going to do on the breakaway, how he was going to try to beat Greaves one-on-one. It never even happened because Werenski is there to make the play. Now McMichael will dump the puck into the Blue Jacket zone. First guy back is Provorov. Gets it on the right wing side to Marchenko. Tries to go across the ice. Protas breaks it up. Tom Wilson got the puck, lost control, and here comes Marchenko 3-on-3. Fires it off the end boards, hoping Fantilli can get a stick on it. He does, but so do the Capitals at the exact same time. Alexi Protas hands it off to Jacob Chychrun. Up the middle of the ice and into the Blue Jacket zone he comes. Gives to Tom Wilson. Right side, Matt Roy with a shot off the blocker of Greaves. And Werenski picks up that rebound, drags it back along the end wall, and we'll just settle things down as both teams are going to go for a line change. 13:52 to go here in the opening period of a 0-0 game. Yegor Chinakhov through the neutral zone. Left wing pass. Luca Del Belbaluz with a shot. Save is made by Logan Thompson. Puck cleared to the near wall, and Severson picks it up at the right point. Takes a shot, and the save is made again. That one off the blocker. Puck back to the right wing boards. Del Belbaluz has got it. He's got pressure by Chychrun, who knocks him down. Blue Jackets trying to maintain control of the puck. Gauntz goes into the right wing corner. Chinakhov goes in there with him. The Capitals have three men digging for that puck, and they're going to come out with it. Sonny Milano rolls it out to the center red stripe, and the Blue Jackets have to back it all the way into their own zone, and Milano is still back there hounding Damon Severson. Severson able to keep control long enough to get it to Sillinger at the red line. He gets shoved at the line before he can dump the puck in, so the Capitals take it right back and set up shop inside of their own end. Pass on the right wing side, and this one will be dumped into the Blue Jacket zone. Beauvillier coming up the near wall. Couldn't get there before Dante Fabro does. Fabro hands it back to Cole Sillinger. Sillinger drawing a crowd and hands it to Matejchuk. Wraps it around to the right point. Rasmus Sandin settles it for the Capitals, plays it off the backhand, back along the end boards. But it's picked up there by Dante Fabro of the Blue Jackets, and will be cleared out to the center red stripe and beyond. Back into the Washington zone it goes, and it just does get out of the reach of Sean Monahan. And that'll give Washington a chance to clear it out again. Sandin up the left wing side, stops just inside the Blue Jackets line, and plays it behind the net. Brendan Smith over to the far wall, tipped out to the neutral zone by Miles Wood, and now dumped right back in. Capitals wanted to finish off a change, and they were buying time to do just that. Blue Jackets now are clearing their own zone. Coyle on the left wing side. He's got Lundestrom, goes in, and he can't get the shot away. Fairbury wrapped him up from behind and took away the chance there as Lundestrom was trying to go from the backhand to the forehand to take the better shot, and it never happened. So the Capitals standing at their own blue line. Fairbury up the left side. Here's Ovechkin. He takes a shot. The save is made by Greaves. Dylan Strome puts it out to the right point. Matt Roy plays it to the half wall. They come all the way across, and here's Fairbury with a shot off the blocker of Greaves. Blue Jackets pick up the rebound from that shot. Charlie Coyle lifts it up the right wing side. Blue Jackets want to finish a change. Marchenko's out there. Voronkov and Fantilli now follow him to the ice as the puck is sent off a stick into the Blue Jacket zone, and Jet Greaves will quickly hand it to Zach Werenski. He, in turn, plays it over to Fantilli to the middle. Marchenko back left side. Fantilli with a shot, and he missed it in wide to the right, and the puck comes out of the corner and all the way back out through the neutral zone. 11:05 to go here in period number one. It's a 0-0 first period. The Blue Jackets are guilty of icing the puck as they miss on a pass up the left wing side. Well, the action that was really slow in getting started here today has really picked up right now. No doubt about that, as these teams are now feeling it a little bit. You've got Washington that was just out on the West Coast. It's their first game back, so they're trying to find their legs. You've got the Blue Jackets that played yesterday and flew up here from Florida, so they're in a very similar boat here today. Off the face-off, the Blue Jackets win the puck, but give it away to Tom Wilson. He goes behind the Blue Jackets net, trying to leave it for Chychrun coming down the left wing boards. Chychrun has it knocked off his stick, but the Capitals continue to control. And they put it right in front. Wilson with a chance, and he just missed the net. Tom Wilson actually leads this Capitals team in goals coming into play here this afternoon. Tom Wilson has put up 17 on the year. He was looking at a possible number 18 there and couldn't make it happen. Blue Jackets, in the meantime, now come back into the Capitals zone. Marchenko has the puck stolen off his stick by Chychrun, and it's moved ahead to Sonny Milano, trying to create a 2-on-1. Milano on the right wing side. Good back pressure from Dmitry Voronkov to knock the puck off Milano's stick. And now Ethan Frank is unable to hold it over at the right point. The Capitals have to reset in the neutral zone before dumping it right back in. We're at the halfway point of period number one. Blue Jackets nothing and the Capitals nothing. Capitals keeping that puck in the Blue Jacket zone at the moment. But now the Blue Jackets will get it out. Chinakhov tried to lay it to the middle of the ice, hoping to find Delbel Beluz. Instead, the Capitals got there. Hendrix Lapierre in over the Blue Jackets line, sends the puck into the left wing corner, around behind the net and over to the right wing boards. Getting in there are the Blue Jackets trying to tie up the Capitals. They do. Brendan Smith intercepts a pass, puts it on the right wing side for Chinakhov. Up the ice, pass on the left wing, holding his guns. He puts it on net, and Thompson is able to knock it away. Now it'll be the Capitals coming back the other direction. Lapierre in center point. He forgot one thing. That's the puck. It's the most important thing. And Brendan Gaunce will just send it off the backhand over to Ivan Provorov, who will clear it out to the neutral zone. Puck bounced off the leg of Martin Fairbury. He'll now be able to pull it in. Can't play it ahead, so he'll drop it back into his own zone to Trevor Van Riemsdyk with 9:09 to go here in period number one. Capitals gaining the red line. Van Riemsdyk plays it in behind the net. Jet Greaves plays it up the left wing side off the stick of Monahan. Picked up by Sillinger. Gives to Werenski. In on the right wing side. Leave it for Kent Johnson with a shot. That one got blocked. Comes right back to him. He finds Sillinger. Looking to go back to Kent Johnson. He's got it off the backhand. Throws it behind the net. Nick Dowd gets there just before Ivan Provorov. Ethan Frank over on the far wall. Couldn't clear it out initially because Cole Sillinger got a skate in there to hold it in. Puck around to the right wing boards. Werenski will come down the wall and get that puck and shovel it to the corner, but that's where the Capitals get a stick in there and try to lift it out. They can't. Severson kept it in the zone. Severson's over on the left side. Give to Kent Johnson with a shot, and the save is made by Logan Thompson. Blue Jackets pick up the rebound. Back to the right point. Here is Werenski. Along the blue line, Kent Johnson down to the right wing corner. Sillinger off the backhand over to the far wall. Severson drops it for Kent Johnson. He holds, he shoots, and the save is made by Thompson. That one hit the cuff of the glove and falls to the ice. And the Blue Jackets were tied up. Monahan could not get to the loose puck as the Capitals held him up well enough and without taking a penalty. But the Blue Jackets are still battling for that puck in the Washington zone. They've got it on the left side. Matejchuk with a shot. Logan Thompson makes the save, and he holds on this time. And a face-off is upcoming. 7:45 left in period number 1. It's the Blue Jackets nothing and the Capitals nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Bread Financial is proud to be the official financial services partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. They provide simple, personalized payment, lending, and savings solutions. From the Bread Cashback American Express credit card to high-yield savings and CDs to buy now, make that score now, pay later options, you'll find financial solutions for your budget and your goals, hockey or otherwise. Learn more at breadfinancial.com. And let's go Blue Jackets.
At Worthington Steel, we process metals to perform, so our customers can build what moves, powers, and connects the world. Headquartered in Columbus, we're proud to be the #1 large organization in Columbus's top workplaces. Trusted, innovative, people first. What we make matters, and how we make it does too. Learn more at worthingtonsteel.com. And go Jackets. Here's to their 25th season.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Come try Skyline's new chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites, including chicken chili Cholitos. When you taste it, you're gonna love it. So come try Skyline's new chicken chili today. It's a tasty new way to enjoy your Skyline time. Now available at participating Skyline restaurants.
If you're looking for an incredible way to ring in the new year, I've got it for you. You can rent a party tower on December 31st when the Blue Jackets take on the New Jersey Devils. Save up to 30% and get a complimentary food and beverage package for up to 20 guests, and that includes champagne. All you have to do is text the word party to 26791 to act right now. Again, text party to 26791. Sorry, that is 26791. It's written two different ways here. 26791. That is the number. Message and data rates may apply. Quantities are limited. Available while supplies last. All right. Face off the Capital Zone. 7:45 to go here in the first period. Blue Jackets Capitals 0-0 right now. Adam Fantilli is out to take the face off against Justin Sordiff of the Caps. Sordiff able to win the straw. Matt Royson's behind the net. Alexi Protas battling with the referee to try to maintain control of the puck. Wins the battle with the official. Blue Jackets didn't steal it at the blue line. Keep it in the zone. Voronkov with a pass that was intended for Fantilli, but Tom Wilson knocked it out of the zone. Sordiff fights his way through the neutral zone just to knock it ahead into the Blue Jackets' end. And they will quickly try to clear it out, actually too quickly, as Wilson kept it in. Now it's played over to Sordiff in the right wing circle. Back to the high slot. There's a shot and a good job by Voronkov to get in front of that and block it right out of play. And we get a face-off coming inside of the Blue Jackets' end. And a good job by Voronkov just using his size to his advantage, obviously. That's an easy thing to do for him. Just step right in front of a guy and you can get the job done. Face off in the right wing circle, and Hendrix Lapierre will take the draw against Luca Del Bel Belluz. And Lapierre wins it. Puck is sent down behind the net. Blue Jackets trying to make a play on it. They do. Get it out to the neutral zone. Rasmus Sandin. Cross to Dylan McElrath up the right wing side. And the Blue Jackets attempting to make a steal, and they are able to complete it. Good job there. Right in front of the benches by Luca Del Bel Belluz. Capitals with a chance to get it out of their own end. They do. Werenski trying to reach out there and hold it in on the blue line, but it was not to be. Now the Capitals give it away in the neutral zone, and it's going to be backhanded in by Ivan Provorov. And Provorov not able to get it into the zone. Actually, he sends it over the glass and out of play from the neutral zone with 6:27 left to play here in the first period. It's the Blue Jackets nothing and the Capitals nothing. You're listening to the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Let's focus on what matters.
The push for the fantasy football playoffs is on.
Doesn't matter where we are right now. We got to make the postseason, and ultimately we got to win the league. If you don't make the playoffs, what's this all for?
The experts of Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio are here to lead you to fantasy football glory.
His floor is higher. I'll take the higher floor as opposed to the higher ceiling.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Teemu Selanne is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Teemu Selanne breaks it. He scores!
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Teemu Selanne establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
6:27 left in the first period in D.C. Nothing between 13th. I'll announce the winner during the post-game show. Our question, who scored the Blue Jackets' first ever goal against the Washington Capitals? Send that player's name to @CBJ Radio on X. Here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets get a puck inside of their own zone, try to clear it out. Can't. Rasmus Sandin keeps it in. But as he goes down the left wing boards, he actually tripped over his own teammate, Nick Dowd. Lost control of the puck. The Blue Jackets will get it out to the neutral zone, and Werenski plays it to the Washington blue line. Trevor Van Riemsdyk throws it ahead. They have waved off icing here. Blue Jackets in their own zone, trying to come across the ice with Sean Monahan. That's broken up by the Caps, and here they come. Anthony Beauvillier trying to get behind the defense, and he gets a shot in on Jet Greaves, and actually then collides with Greaves, but Jet kept the puck out of the net. And it is sent all the way back up the ice, untouched by Cole Sillinger, and an icing call here against the Blue Jackets. The Jackets have been trying a lot of stretch passes here, and they have had limited success in the first period on the connecting of those passes. So the face-off is in the left wing circle of the Blue Jacket zone. That is to Jet Greaves' stick side. Dylan Strome facing off against Sean Monahan. Monahan easily wins this. Provorov taps it off the backhand, leaving from Monahan, who will get it up the right side. This time Cole Sillinger unmistakably gets his stick on the puck. There will be no icing, and the Blue Jackets are going for a change. 5.5 to play in the first period, 0-0 game. Jacob Chychrun from the red line dumps it into the Blue Jacket zone. Strome is wrapped up in the far corner by Lundestrom. Puck out to the right point. Martin Fairbury couldn't control a bouncing puck. Sends it back in behind the Blue Jackets net. Good job by Jet Greaves. That one was up on top of the boards. He reached out with a stick, stopped it. Leads his first teammates to skate up the ice and dump into the Washington end. Fairbury gets together with Miles Wood over on the far boards. Puck comes free. Jacob Chychrun's got it. And the Capitals defenseman launches it off the backhand of the neutral zone, where Dante Fabro gloves it down, puts it on the stick, and feeds Charlie Coyle. Coyle in on the right side, leaving for Miles Wood. Now to Isaac Lundestrom. Back to Wood, and he put it between the circles, but the Blue Jackets didn't have anybody there. Justin Sordiff couldn't clear it for Washington. Good job to go in and challenge him by Damon Severson. Knocked that puck free for a moment. Washington on the second opportunity does get it back inside the Blue Jackets line, where it is promptly stolen away and cleared back into the Capitals end once again. 4:25 to go here in period number one. Blue Jackets nothing and the Capitals nothing. Tom Wilson lays the puck to the middle of the ice. Matt Roy will dump it to the left wing corner of the Blue Jackets end. Denton Mateychuk
Plays the puck up the right wing side for Adam Fantilli. He'll lift it all the way back into the Capital zone. He made sure that it wasn't going to go far enough for an icing call, but the Blue Jackets now are stuck inside the zone. They've got to reset. They do. And that allows the Caps to get control of the puck. Roy backing off. Hands to Sandin. Back to Matt Roy, who will this time gain the red line and get it deep. Ivan Provorov under pressure, trying to leave that puck in the near corner. Instead, the Capitals think they have a chance to pick it off at the blue line, but the Blue Jackets are able to clear the zone and send Trevor Van Riemsdyk all the way back behind his own net once again. Giveaway now by the Capitals in the neutral zone. Brendan Gaunce couldn't quite get the timing down and the trajectory down as he wanted to spin the puck off the near wall and lay it out for Yegor Chinakhov. It actually bounced off the wall to the Capitals. Werenski now from his own blue line. Gains center red. Puts it into the Washington zone. First guy there is Dylan McElrath. He takes a hit. Blue Jackets take the puck back to the right point. It's Werenski with a shot that hits Sillinger. He's got a man coming off the bench, and he feeds him. That's Monahan with a big slap shot. He drives to the net from the left wing circle, and the save is made by Logan Thompson, and he will hold on. 3 minutes exactly left to play in period number 1. It's the Blue Jackets nothing and the Capitals nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Blue Line is the premier location to find everything you need for the Blue Jackets fans in your life. Offering the widest selection of Blue Jacket merchandise anywhere, we are your destination for everything from custom jerseys to CBJ exclusives from brands like Travis Matthew and Lululemon. Stop by our locations at Nationwide Arena or at Polaris, or shop online 24/7 at thebluelineonline.com.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit bluejackets.com/powerplaychallenge.
An accident happens in a split second. The aftermath can affect the lives of every loved one involved. Elk & Elk knows this, and it's why we're there for every client, every day. Call Elk & Elk at 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
3 minutes flat left in the first period at Capital One Arena. It's 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Capitals. On the Nationwide NHL scoreboard, the Penguins are beating the Stars 2-1. The Canadians and Blues knotted at 1 goal apiece. And the Vegas Golden Knights are beating the Rangers 1-0. Again, here's Bob McElligott.
Face-off is in the Capital zone here. 3 minutes left to play in the opening period. Blue Jackets lead the shots on goal category. 11-8 right now. Adam Fantilli will take the face-off. And he loses this draw to Justin Sordiff. Pulled it back toward the net. Logan Thompson tried to clear it out. He couldn't do it, but his teammates will. Forcing the Blue Jackets back not only into the neutral zone, but back inside of their own blue line. Fantilli has it. Passes on the right wing side to Voronkov. He'll put it down toward the end boards, and Matt Roy is there, and he moves it across, and Sordiff will put it onto the stick of Tom Wilson, trying to lead it ahead to Alexei Protas, but Blue Jackets take this one away from him, and Provorov will send it back through the neutral zone. It will be yet another icing call against the Blue Jackets. Well, you can be a part of the action by entering to win 4 game tickets and a chance to watch pregame warm-ups from the penalty box. If you'd like to be involved in the opportunity to have that happen for you, grab your phone right now and text the word BOX to 26791. That'll give you your chance to win. Again, text BOX to 26791. Message and data rates may apply. The Jackets, Kirill Marchenko challenges. Jacob Chychrun steals the puck at the blue line, gets it ahead. Here's Marchenko coming in on goal, and a good job by Chychrun
kind of returned the favor there as he was able to pester Marchenko from behind, get him that pressure from behind, and he couldn't score the goal because of that pressure. Capitals send the puck up the ice. Greaves plays it aside. Here's Dylan Strome with a shot, and a good kick save made by Greaves. Rebound finds the stick of Kent Johnson, and his pass did not find the stick of Sillinger. It's almost as though Cole Sillinger's stick is allergic to the puck today, and I'm not saying that to be a smart aleck. I'm saying that there have been numerous times when his line mates have passed him a puck, and like that one, it just bounced. It bounced over top of the stick. It was nothing that Cole did. He's expecting it to be on the ice. All of a sudden, it jumps, and it goes over top of the stick, and he doesn't have time to react to it. So it's it's another icing call and another face-off inside of your own zone. It's just been weird how many of the long passes that they've missed on for different reasons. As I said, I don't feel like there's anything Cole is doing or anybody else that's, that they're not getting the pucks. That one simply, it was there, and then it wasn't. Minute 47 left to play here in the first. Puck is cleared out beyond the far point. Trevor Van Riemsdyk back into his own zone. Gives it to Rasmus Sandin. Long pass up the left side. Ethan Frank tips it behind the net. Jet Greaves puts it on the boards. Trying to get it out of the zone is Sean Monahan. Can't do it. Sandin back at the blue line with a shot. The Blue Jackets block it. Sweep the puck to the far wall. Dylan McElrath will keep it in. Finds Nick Dowd in the near corner. Ethan Frank down to the left point. Sandin. Cross to McElrath. Sends it behind the Blue Jackets net. Blue Jackets are hemmed in a little bit right now, but Sillinger gets the puck on his stick. He goes with a long pass intended for Kent Johnson, and the Capitals got a piece of that one. And then Sillinger spins away from a check from Nick Dowd in the neutral zone just to dump that puck in from the red line. Under a minute to go in the first period. Blue Jackets nothing, Capitals nothing. And here comes Washington's Connor McMichael. Up the left wing side through the neutral zone, enters the Blue Jackets' end. Puts the brakes on the half wall, skates it back toward the blue line. He's got the puck on the backhand. Now put it to the line. Long shot taken and kicked aside by Jet Greaves. That was McElrath taking the shot from the center point. They come down to the left wing circle. The patented Ovechkin one-timer. Missed the net, comes off the glass, stays in the zone. McMichael now. The right wing circle, ridden to the corner by Charlie Coyle. And then Coyle one-hands it ahead from Miles Wood. 15 seconds left in the period as Wood rolls it in from the red line. Lundestrom goes chasing. McElrath will get it. Miles Wood put the body on him. McElrath shrugs off the check and feeds Dylan Strome with the puck. And Strome will just run out the clock inside of his own end as the first period comes to a close here in Washington. So the Blue Jackets and the Capitals, 0-0 at the end of one period of play. A period that was, again, it was slow in starting. It was taking a while at the beginning. There was offside, there were icings, and it was taking a while to get that first period going. And then all of a sudden, the Blue Jackets did get it going. So did the Capitals, and it was an energetic period. When it was all said and done, the Blue Jackets leading shots on goal, but neither team was able to beat the other goaltender in the first period of this game here tonight. So that's where we stand, 0-0 at the end of one between the Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals. Being joined right now by Cole Sillinger outside the dressing room. And Cole, I know you were just out there a minute ago, and for what was a slow start in the first minute or so, got to be a high-flying period, didn't it?
Yeah, two good teams playing good hockey, and I like their energy. But I definitely think we can turn up a bit here for the second.
Yeah, and you talk about that energy. Of course, it's a back-to-back situation for you guys. They're coming back in, playing their first game from a California road trip. So this is a game where you'd like to take advantage of that, and they're looking to take advantage of your back-to-back, right?
Yeah, condensed schedule. You're playing games every other day. So, for us, our focus is this game, and doing whatever we can in the moment to execute and get ourselves the best chance at winning this hockey game.
One more quick thing for you, and I'll let you go catch your breath here. Your line, Kent Johnson, Sean Monahan. I feel you guys are getting better each and every game. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I think some chemistry within the three of us, and just with our games, we complement each other really well. Obviously, there's some expectation for us, and I think we'll provide more for us.
Cole, thank you very much for doing this. I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way tonight.
Thank you.
Cole Sillinger of the Blue Jackets. He and his teammates in a 0-0 tie with the Washington Capitals after one period of play here in the nation's capital. You're listening to the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Do you have a Social Security disability claim which has been denied? Or a workers' compensation claim from a work-related injury? Call the Social Security, Disability, or Workers' Compensation Lawyers at Elk & Elk. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries.
Toyotathon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get $3,000 customer cash on remaining new 25 Tundras. Or get 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS, excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. And every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Head down to the Arena District, your hockey headquarters. Catch some action on the ice at Nationwide Arena. Or watch the game at one of the Arena District's 20 bars and restaurants. The Arena District is rocking nightly with live entertainment, awesome specials, and convenient parking. Live it up by coming early or staying late. The Arena District is the place to play, meet, eat, and celebrate. Get your game plan on at arenadistrict.com with a complete list of bars, restaurants, concerts, and game schedules. Go Jackets!
Getting started in hockey has never been easier. The Blue Jackets Learn to Play program, presented by Performance Columbus in association with Moo Express Car Wash and Kroger, is an introductory ice hockey program for boys and girls ages 4 to 10. Classes are held year-round at the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. Registration includes age-appropriate instruction and head-to-toe equipment, yours to keep. Hockey starts here at bluejackets.com/learn-to-play.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit bluejackets.com/powerplaychallenge.
Welcome to the Intermission Report. Here is Dylan Tyre with a recap of the first period.
Not much doing in the opening 20 tonight in D.C. It's 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Capitals. Shots on goal, 12-9 in favor of the Blue Jackets in that first period. Their goaltender, Jet Greaves, was on his game, stopping all 9 Capital shots he faced. Those save totals, shots totals, are puck and player tracking stats brought to you by BBI Logistics. The only thing that first period was missing was a Blue Jackets goal. We'll see if they can get one coming up in the second. If you think back to yesterday, the Blue Jackets and Panthers combined for 7 goals in the second period. Those teams trading shots, so not nearly as much offense in the first tonight, but we'll see if things change coming up in period number 2. Don't forget, for the latest on the Blue Jackets, make sure you're listening to the Inside Edge presented by First Merchants Bank. Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock on 97.1 The Fan and BlueJackets.com. Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley get together. They bring you interviews with Blue Jackets management, coaches, and players. If you can't catch it live, it is always available as a podcast after the fact. To find that, go to wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts and simply search for CBJ Radio. Again, it's the Inside Edge presented by First Merchants Bank. Hey parents, if you're interested in getting your child started in hockey, listen up. The Blue Jackets Get Out and Learn program, in association with Apex Pros, allows boys and girls ages 5 to 9 the opportunity to try hockey for free. That's right, participants will get 30 minutes of instruction, a Blue Jackets branded stick, ball, knit gloves, and jersey to keep for free. View the schedule of events and learn more at bluejackets.com/goal. One period is done tonight in Capital One Arena. It is 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Capitals. These teams very tight in the standings right now, all across the Eastern Conference. It is extremely tight. Just 5 points separate the Blue Jackets and the Capitals. The Blue Jackets came into this one in last place in the Metro. The Capitals in first place. Just 5 points between these teams, so that makes the second period very, very important coming up in just a little bit. Talking about, or continuing to talk about, I really should say, how tight things are in the playoffs. Earlier this week, in the playoff race, earlier earlier this week, I was able to catch up with Blue Jackets forward Charlie Coyle to kind of get his take on that. So we're going to hear from Charlie when we come back on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Toyotathon is on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 4.75 APR financing on any remaining new 25 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Or lease a new gas-powered RAV4 LE for $279 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
The holidays are busy. Meals to make, gifts to wrap, parties to host. You don't have time to gamble on flavor. That's why there's Carbliss. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor with every sip. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Carbliss. Frozen, flawless, and ready for every holiday moment.
Welcome back to the first intermission report. Dylan Tyre with you after 20 minutes in D.C., where it's 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Capitals. The CBJ outshot the Caps 12-9 there in period number 1. Things very, very tight right now in the Eastern Conference standings. Every game feels like it's extremely important. The Blue Jackets, of course, fighting for playoff positioning just like everybody else. So earlier this week, I was able to catch up with Blue Jackets centerman Charlie Coyle to hear what he has to say about the Blue Jackets' play so far this season. You're right in the mix for a playoff spot in the East. How would you assess the team's game through these first 25, 30 games this season?
I think, well, there's a lot of team. I mean, I don't know the standings by heart, but don't even know if we're in a playoff spot. I feel like it's been like every other day we could move from, however many spots up. Like there's so many teams in the mix right now. So it's great parity throughout the league. Like any night, you never know who's going to win. The exception of, the Colorado's been hot. Maybe Dallas is up there, I think. Might be a couple teams. Besides that, like everyone's right there in play, which is awesome to see. It's awesome for the fans. And it makes every night like just so important. It makes it a great game and a great watch and a great play. But I think for us, I like the adversity we've faced so far. Like I think that's a good thing, is battling through certain situations and scenarios that we've figured out and we're going to continue to figure out. And that's only going to help us going forward. So I think kind of battling it out at the start and seeing where we're at and then building off of that. I think this is when teams like, towards that second half, the teams start to push away and pull away and some teams drop off. Like this is where the separation happens because all the teams kind of get to know where they are and how they're playing. And, hopefully we can get guys back and save injury wise. But other than that, it's been up and down, but the down parts is only going to help catapult us if we learn from it and continue to grow.
That's Blue Jackets forward Charlie Coyle. We're going to continue that conversation during our second intermission tonight. But right now, after one period, it's 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Capitals at Capital One Arena. When we come back, we'll look at some other scores around the NHL, plus take a peek at our live odds brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
It's Jimmy Fallon, and I'm back! Get ready for the holidays with my exclusive Sirius XM channel full of classic holiday songs handpicked by me. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Jimmy Fallon's Holiday Seasoning Radio. It's super fun. Check out Channel 15 on Sirius XM. Get seasoning now through December 26th live.
Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997, brawl in Hockeytown.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help. Patrick Waugh. Oh, my goodness. Vernon and Waugh. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic Hockey Moments, NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction, and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux scores! It is back!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic Hockey Moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic. Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
The first intermission report continues with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
One period is done in the nation's capital. It is 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Caps. The Blue Jackets do lead in shots on goal 12-9 after that first period. A few other games on the Nationwide NHL scoreboard. We'll start off with finals from earlier this afternoon. In Philly, the Flyers lost to the Colorado Avalanche, a final score of 3-2 in that one. Earlier this evening, the Florida Panthers knocked off the New York Islanders 4-1. Then in Raleigh, the Hurricanes were beaten by the San Jose Sharks 4-1. Now we'll move on to games in action, 3 of them outside of the Blue Jackets and the Caps. Early first period in Dallas, that is where the Pittsburgh Penguins lead the Stars 2-1. One period is done inside the Bell Center in Montreal. It's the Canadiens 2 and the St. Louis Blues 1. Then after a frame at Madison Square Garden, Brett Howden's 5th goal of the season has the Vegas Golden Knights leading the Rangers 1-0. There is one game yet to begin this evening. They'll drop the puck in about 15 minutes in Anaheim. It's the Ducks at 17-10-1 playing host to the Blackhawks, who enter 12-10-6. Again, 0-0 after a period tonight in D.C. And right now we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
The fastest game on ice.
Nick Schmaltz, he's in. Schmaltz to step up. He scores!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
With the Blue Jackets and Capitals tied 0-0, let's take a look at our live odds brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21+. The Blue Jackets are still underdogs to win this game outright on the money line at plus 145. They're minus 210 to cover a 1.5 goal puck line, and the live over-under for this one sits at 4.5 goals. 20 minutes are in the books tonight in D.C. It's the Blue Jackets 0 and the Capitals 0. See if we can get our first goal of the game when we come back. Bob McElligott has the second period on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Bread Financial is proud to be the official financial services partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. They provide simple, personalized payment, lending, and savings solutions. From the Bread Cashback American Express credit card to high-yield savings and CDs to buy now, make that score now, pay later options, you'll find financial solutions for your budget and your goals, hockey or otherwise. Learn more at breadfinancial.com. And let's go Blue Jackets.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got it.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Experience the most sought-after events in Columbus at Nationwide Arena in a premium setting. From intimate terrace tables to party towers, perfect for the entire office, there's an option for every group where you'll enjoy unprecedented access, first-class service, and unforgettable views.
And he scores!
It's the perfect venue for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, or just celebrating with friends. The best moments deserve the best seats in the house. Learn more by visiting BlueJackets.com/premium today.
The Blue Jackets are set to hit the ice for the second period. Here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals 0-0 through one period of play here in Washington, D.C. Shots on goal in the first period favored the Blue Jackets. They outshoot Washington 12-9. And neither team had a power play. Pretty much as simple as that. So we head to period number 2. Waiting to see which team is able to get on the board first here today between these two Metropolitan Division rivals. The Jackets will be skating from right to left here in the second period. Jet Greaves making some big saves for the Blue Jackets in that first period. Really good chances by Washington, quite honestly. But Greaves was able to come up large, make some big saves, and keep the Blue Jackets right in the period. Logan Thompson, some big saves for the Washington Capitals as well. And we get ready to start period number 2. I hate when your computer locks up and then it just decides to shut down right in the middle of whatever you're doing. Right? That's always one of the more fun things of the day. Isn't it? Well, we'll fly blind here for a little bit. That's all right. We're about to drop the puck on the start of this second period. Get it going here. Out to take the face-off is Sean Monahan for the Blue Jackets, going up against Nick Dowd, and Monahan pulls it back. Zach Werenski off the far wall and off the stick of Cole Sillinger and into the Capitals' end. Logan Thompson puts it to the near boards. And it's ahead to Ethan Frank. He'll carry it through the neutral zone. Now in the high slot, goes with a backhander, and they send that one high and over top of the crossbar. Ivan Provorov behind his own net for the Blue Jackets, looking for Monahan. That pass was actually up in the air. And now it's going to be put down along the end boards. And will be cleared out all the way down the ice. Logan Thompson will come up and play the puck. And the Capitals quickly steer it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Anthony Beauvillier is chasing. Gets the puck to Tom Wilson. Wilson sends it around behind the net over to the left wing boards. Chychrun tried a little give and go play, but the Blue Jackets were wise to that. And they were able to break it up. Now here's a shot by the Capitals, and they score from the top of the left wing circle. They fire that puck. And it gets beyond Jet Greaves. Jacob Chychrun's the guy that did it. And the Capitals defenseman, who the last time the Blue Jackets were here had a pair of goals. He gets one again today to give Washington a 1-0 lead. 50 seconds into the second period for Jacob Chychrun. That's his 11th of the year. Well, not really much of anything fancy there. Takes the shot from inside the top of the left wing circle, and he happens to find an open spot just over the blocker of Jet Greaves. And now Damon Severson back inside of his own zone, looking for Kirill Marchenko. He can't clear it out. Tom Wilson kept it on the blue line. Severson getting back to it. Alexi Protas putting the pressure on him. As the puck is sent around behind the Blue Jackets net, Adam Fantilli's got it. Starts to skate it up the right wing side, goes all the way across the ice, finding Voronkov. His shot gets blocked by Matt Roy. Logan Thompson comes out of the net to play it to the near wall. Marchenko picks it up, fires a shot. That one, too, gets blocked, and it goes over the glass. That one off the shin pad of Tom Wilson. And over the glass and out of play.
Number 72,
So a 1-0 lead for the Washington Capitals.
Capitals goal scorer number 16, Chickens, his 11th goal of the season. Assist number 3, Tom Wilson. Assist number 72, Anthony Beauvillier. Time of the goal, 50 seconds.
Puck is dumped in off the face-off by the Blue Jackets along the end boards in the Washington zone. Charlie Coyle digging that puck out of the right wing corner, backhands it to the blue line. Blue Jackets get it across. Here's Brendan Smith with a shot right into the chest of Logan Thompson. He'll just let it hit the chest, roll down into the glove, and hold on to the puck. So that's where the face-off is upcoming. Left wing circle. Taking the face-off will be Charlie Coyle. Going up against Nick Dowd of the Washington Capitals. And the Capitals jumped early, so they blow the whistle. We'll do it over again. Coyle's waved out. Lundestrom will step in and take the draw in his place. And the Blue Jackets have the puck. Brendan Smith down the left wing boards. Wanted to try to skate it right through Ethan Frank, but Frank cut him off. And the Capitals get the puck and clear it out through the neutral zone. Chase it down in the Blue Jackets' end. It's Ethan Frank that has it. Puts it to Dylan McElrath. Back down around behind the net. Beauvillier found Dowd. He puts it to the far wall. It comes off the wall and right to the stick of Charlie Coyle. And Brendan Smith will use the glass to chip it ahead, but not very far. Anthony Beauvillier took it away. Now he gives it back to the Blue Jackets. Coyle through the neutral zone into the Washington end. Draws a crowd of two on the far wall. Flips it to the right wing corner. Rasmus Sandin will take over for Washington. And he begins to rush it up the ice. Sandin in on the right wing side. Puts the brakes on. Goes toward the slot. Down with a shot. He just put it wide left of the net. Ovechkin now on the far wall. Across to Trevor Van Riemsdyk. His shot. It wasn't really a shot. It was a pass to the slot. He was looking for a little redirect from Connor McMichael. And McMichael couldn't get it on net. The Blue Jackets now take it. Clear through the neutral zone. Chinakhov in left wing side. He tried to drag it through Rasmus Sandin, who stole it off his stick. Back to Chinakhov in front, though, and he just fanned on a shot. Look at Del Belbelou stole it back from Sandin. Got it to Chinakhov. Got it in his direction anyway. And he couldn't get the stick on the shot. So now the puck is put out of play. And the Blue Jackets are getting set for an offensive zone faceoff in the right wing circle of the Capitals end. Blue Jackets have Sean Monahan coming out to take the faceoff. Dylan Strome gets the assignment for the Washington Capitals. And the Capitals win the draw. Martin Fairbury up the left wing boards for Anthony Beauvillier. It's cleared out through the neutral zone. Ethan Frank beaten to the puck by Denton Matejchuk, but Matejchuk couldn't clear it outside the zone. Van Riemsdyk stepped up and held it in at the right point. Gets it to Frank behind the net. Back out in the direction of Van Riemsdyk, who pinches down the right wing boards, plays it back out to Beauvillier, covering at the blue line. Sent a shot in toward the net. That got nowhere, and then a turnover by the Blue Jackets, and Ethan Frank with a shot. And this time Jet Greaves is able to get the stick on it and send it up over the glass and out of play. Now, Ethan Frank and Jet Greaves have seen each other plenty of times, with Frank spending a lot of time in the last 2 years playing for the Hershey Bears in the American Hockey League, and Jet in net for the Cleveland Monsters. And these two teams played the playoffs against each other. And very sure that Jet is well aware of Ethan Frank and what he likes to do when he's got the puck on his stick. And vice versa, quite frankly. Blue Jackets win the draw. Lundestrom trying to get the puck outside the blue line. He does. But by the time he got it out, he put it on the opposite side of Charlie Coyle from where Charlie was looking for it, because it didn't come out cleanly on the first two attempts. It took a third attempt to get it out of the zone. The Capitals play one high off the glass that winds up going out of play. Brendan Smith and Connor McMichael having some words and shoving each other briefly after the whistle. And they're still talking with the linesman separating the two. Now each one goes back to his respective bench. 1-0, Washington leads. Jacob Chychrun Well, the only goal that came in the first minute of this second period, his 11th of the year. Adam Fantilli waved out of the faceoff. He head faked twice there against Justin Sordiff, and now he's waved out. Voronkov takes his place. The Capitals win the draw. Chikrin's got the puck on the near wall. Tries to cut it to the middle and passes on the left side to Alexei Protas. Back to Chikrin, going up the ice. Good job by Provorov. Steps in and knocks the puck away. Feeds it to Fantilli. Into the Washington end with a centering attempt. Didn't find the stick of Voronkov. Puck kept at the left point by Zach Werenski. Now the Capitals with a chance to clear it out. There's a penalty coming against the Blue Jackets for tripping here. The puck is dumped into the right wing corner of the Blue Jacket zone. They will now gain possession, and the penalty will be assessed. Going to the box, it's going to be Kirill Marchenko. So the Washington Capitals are going to the power play. They're 23rd in the league. They're converting at just under 17% on the power play. The Blue Jackets are 30th in the penalty kill. The penalty kill has been dropping over the course of the last two games. If you look at the game against Detroit on Thursday and the game against Florida yesterday, penalty kill was an issue. The lack of good penalty kills, unfortunately. And again, there are different reasons for them. Yesterday, Seth Jones was dominant along the blue line for Florida. Blue Jackets win the faceoff but lose control of the puck. Chikrin sends it off the end boards. Frank will pick it up, goes behind the net, now to the left point. Slide it down the wall. Ovechkin now shooting it toward the net. It's right in on Jet Greaves. He makes a save and he holds on. And we have a faceoff coming up. Face-off in the left wing circle. Dylan Strome, before he takes the face-off, Ovechkin wants to have a word with him. Strome facing off against Charlie Coyle. And Strome wins it easily. Chikrin to Ethan Frank. Back to Jacob Chikrin with a long shot. It got tipped in front by Tom Wilson, and he deflected it over the glass. Trying to change the direction of the puck. Try to give Jet Greaves headaches is what he's really trying to do by changing the way that flight path is on that puck. Coyle against Strome again. Over in the far circle, and this one is controlled by Washington. Send the puck to the end boards. Tom Wilson backhands it around to the near side. Ethan Frank is on the half wall. Tip it back to Wilson on the end boards. Feed Strome in the right wing circle. Strome has it knocked off his stick by the Blue Jackets. They cannot clear it. Ethan Frank gives it back to Chikrin. He's running this power play. Back to Frank, bottom of the right wing circle. Strome comes in and shoots it off the post and up over the glass and out of play. They like to go across the top of the crease there and get it to Ovechkin for the one-timer in the left wing circle, but Dylan Strome, as he was skating it in, he saw that option really wasn't there. So he decided to take the shot himself, and he run it off the post. So the faceoff will be in the right wing circle. Look at Washington. John Carlson out of their lineup right now. He normally would be running one of the power play units. But Chikrin, of course, is no slouch in an option to run a power play. As Brendan Gaunce knocks a pass out beyond the blue line, forcing the Capitals to reset and actually drag the puck back into their own end. Chikrin comes out from behind his own net. He is to the blue line. He's got two behind him, and he will hand it off to Dylan Strome. Strome back into the Blue Jacket zone. Pass attempt, and the Blue Jackets steal it. Good job by Gaunce. It's a good shift here on the penalty kill for him. That shift is now over. He goes to the bench. 38 seconds left on this Vector Security penalty kill for the Blue Jackets. Sonny Milano's got the puck as the second unit's out there now. Connor McMichael up the ice and in on the right wing side. McMichael turning, giving it to Beauvillier. He's on the half wall. Back to McMichael as they cycle it around. Beauvillier takes it at the bottom of the right wing circle. Back to McMichael near the blue line. Finds Chikrin and looks to pass on the left wing side. It's stolen by Werenski. 2-on-1. He and Lundestrom. Werenski got it over to Lundestrom. It goes off his stick. And it comes right back to the Capitals. And they would have had an opportunity to get an on-man rush. But Miles Wood got a stick in there and slowed them down. Go back to 5-on-5 as Marchenko is out of the box. Jumps right into the play.
Sonny Milano from behind the Blue Jackets net. Shoved off the puck by Dante Fabro. Milano fighting his way back to it, but Marchenko comes in to steal it away. Looks for Lundestrom up the right wing side. Where'd the puck go? It went up in the air, falls within the Blue Jacket zone. Nick Dowd comes down to take it in the left wing corner, backhands it around to the right wing boards. Rasmus Sandin slides down the wall, had the puck. Blue Jackets knock it off of his stick, and now it's Marchenko who will gain the red line and get it deep, and now we'll get the Blue Jackets a line change here with under 13 minutes to play in period number 2. Washington leading in this game by the score of 1-0. Sandin looks left side. He doesn't pass it. He turns it back inside of his own blue line now. He is holding, and there is pressure. So he gets it ahead to Matt Roy, who will send the puck behind the Blue Jackets net. Jet Greaves passes it off the near wall. Voronkov finding Fantilli. And his idea was to get it to the right wing side to Marchenko, but the Capitals took that away by breaking up the pass. And now Washington's Dylan Strome puts it on the left wing side where Dmitry Voronkov is trying to prevent the zone entry, but he can't do that. As Brandon Duhaime puts it in behind the Blue Jackets net. Matejchuk is the first guy there. Gets it to Fantilli. He's at the end of his shift. He sends a long wrist shot right in on Logan Thompson, who knocks it away. Blue Jackets are finishing their line change as Beauvillier takes a stretch pass and then gets knocked to the ice by Brendan Smith. Fans always groan with that when that happens, but that's a legal play. That's a good play. Smith got there at the same time the puck did, and he just swarmed under the puck carrier. Now Washington knocks it ahead. It's a 2-on-1 is what they're creating, but they come all the way down around behind the net. Get it back out to Trevor Van Riemsdyk. He finds Hendrix Lapierre. Lapierre from the high slot with a shot, and that is stopped by Greaves. Puck to the near corner. Monahan can't get it out of the zone. Lapierre's got it again on the half-wall right wing side to the blue line. Chychrun, long shot. Greaves didn't see that until the last moment because Duhaime had him screened, but he's still able to make the save. Now Sillinger pitches one off the backhand out to the neutral zone. The Capitals have it again, and here they come. McElrath puts it on the left side. There's a shot by Lapierre, and getting just a piece of it. Enough to keep it out was Jet Greaves again. Hendrix Lapierre leaving for Dylan McElrath at the right point across to Jacob Chychrun. Looking on the left wing boards. They bring it back out to the blue line. Now right wing circle. Chychrun's gone all the way over there. McElrath tries to take a shot. He fanned on it. Chychrun picks up the puck. Carries over to the left wing boards. Back to the center point. Here's a shot by Van Riemsdyk. Put down low and sort of just redirected it on net. Greaves makes the save, and he covers up. 10:47 left in the second period. Washington 1 and the Blue Jackets nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
For 70 years, Worthington Steel has been a trusted name in steel processing, delivering strength across industries. From Columbus and facilities worldwide, we help shape the future of mobility, energy, and infrastructure. At Worthington Steel, strength isn't just in the steel we process. It's in our people, our communities, and the way we show up. Strong for our customers, strong for Columbus, strong for good. Learn more at worthingtonsteel.com.
In hundreds of battles against foes from east to west, our cannon has stood guard.
Back to Marchenko with a shot, and he scores!
They say glory is earned, not given. We say it's ignited by heart and ends with a boom.
Fire the cannon again!
This is the sound of glory. Get your tickets today at BlueJackets.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Blue Jackets are back at Nationwide Arena to face off against the Ottawa Senators on Thursday. Puck will drop at 7 o'clock. The game is presented by Visit Central Florida. You can get your tickets by going to BlueJackets.com for that game coming up on Thursday. Face off in the Blue Jackets end. They're down 1-0 here. Period number 2.
face-off is Luca Del Bel Belluz against Dylan Strome. Strome wins it. Matt Roy dragging along the blue line. Brendan Gaunce reached out and knocked it off Roy's stick and out to the neutral zone. The only unfortunate thing is that Capitals get it back. The Jackets can't do anything more with it. Now here come the Capitals up the ice. Strome with a shot. And he missed wide left. Back to Justin Sorda. He'll get it over to the top of the left wing circle. Shot by Ovechkin gets blocked. The Blue Jackets do clear it out. Chinakhov will rush to pick it up. He comes into the right wing circle, takes a shot, and Logan Thompson makes the save. He couldn't control the rebound, but his teammates get it out of the zone. And this is going to be an icing call. Good hustle there by Provorov to get back and make sure that that call was made. You can be a part of the action to get 4 game tickets and a chance to watch pregame warm-ups from the penalty box. Text BOX to 26791 for your chance to win. Message and data rates may apply, so don't forget to do that as the Blue Jackets are looking to get some pressure on Logan Thompson. It's been a lot of one-and-dones when it comes to shots on Thompson. Not any sustained chances. And you go back to the game here on November 24th, it was the same way, and when the Blue Jackets finally got 3 chances at the net, they scored their lone goal in the 5-1 defeat. Ovechkin's got the puck, and as he tried to come up the ice, Matejchuk stripped it away at the Blue Jackets line. Charlie Coyle now will send this into the Capital zone. Matejchuk's the first guy to get down there and get to it. He just taps it off the backhand to the near wall. Coyle will be back to find it and send it around to the right point to Severson. Damon Severson tried to lay it out to Miles Wood. Wood does get it now in the far corner. Back to Severson with a shot, and the save was made by Thompson. There was a rebound, but Charlie Coyle couldn't get it on his stick because Matt Roy was able to win the battle of number 3s. As Roy tied up Coyle long enough that he was a non-factor in the play, unfortunately. So 9:22 is what's left here, and the icing call against Washington will again prevent them from making a line change and give the Blue Jackets an opportunity, and that's why they bring Marchenko, Voronkov, and Fantilli onto the ice. Provorov and Werenski out there as well, and Fantilli wins it, gets to Marchenko, hands to Provorov with a shot, tipped by Fantilli, but he sent it high, and it missed the net. Provorov cannot get to a puck before Anthony Beauvillier does. Beauvillier clears it down the ice. It will not be an icing call, and the Capitals will now get some fresh bodies off their bench. Here comes Zach Werenski. Up the ice, tried to pass on the right wing side. That was broken up. Voronkov picks it up and finds Marchenko. Marchenko toe drag attempt, and he couldn't shovel a backhanded shot toward the net. Here's Provorov on the forehand, and his shot is denied by Thompson. Back out to Werenski, finds Marchenko, and his shot is stopped as well. So here they're in the zone now and applying some little extra pressure. Voronkov on the end boards, being shoved around by Fairvary. Gets the puck over in the right wing corner to Adam Fantilli. Spins away from Beauvillier. Takes his shot, and Logan Thompson not only makes another save, but this time there's no rebound. 8 minutes and 31 seconds are left to play in period number 2. It's the Capitals 1 and the Blue Jackets nothing here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Let's focus on what matters. The push for the fantasy football playoffs is on.
Doesn't matter where we are right now. We got to make the postseason, and ultimately we got to win the league.
If you don't make the playoffs, what's this all for? The experts of Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio are here to lead you to fantasy football glory.
His floor is higher. I'll take the higher floor as opposed to the higher ceiling.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
Malik has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the Ducks! Oh, Malik went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Hockey 24/7 on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Connor Bedard. Nobody said last year was bad, but what we're seeing now, he's the dog on the bone. It was almost as if he had some cement in his skates last year, and he wasn't F1 ever. He's different. This has been different. He wasn't bad last year. He was good. Now he's great right now.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
The holidays are the perfect time to score some fresh threads. And our upcoming special ticket packages are the perfect gift for any Blue Jackets fan in your life. All ticket packages include your game ticket and an exclusive themed item. Check them all out by going to BlueJackets.com/promotions. 1-0 game in favor of the Washington Capitals. Face-off is in the Capitals zone. Logan Thompson doing what Logan Thompson normally does against the Blue Jackets, and that is be very stingy. He has turned aside 19 shots already today. There's still 8 minutes and 31 seconds left to play here in the second period. Washington wins the faceoff. Rasmus Sandin will get the puck to the neutral zone. It bounces by Tom Wilson, and Werenski will play it back behind the Washington net. Logan Thompson gets it up the near side. Tom Wilson to the middle of the ice. And there he finds a teammate, Martin Fairbury. He'll hand it off to Alexei Protas. Back to Rasmus Sandin with a shot. That was off the blocker of Jet Greaves. Washington controls the rebound. Justin Sordiff over on the left wing boards. Takes a shot. And again, Greaves finds it through some traffic, and he makes the save. Washington creates a 2-on-1 down low. They put it in front. Greaves able to make the stop. He's looking for the rebound. His teammates find it first, and Sillinger will skate it out to the neutral zone. Good job by Jet. Yeah, he had trouble finding that rebound, but he was still hunting for it. His teammates got it. Now they turn it over deep inside their own zone. And here comes Washington again. They thought they would have an odd man rush, but Dmitry Voronkov blocked the pass with his skate. And the Blue Jackets now have the puck, and then they lose it. Marchenko coughed it up. Ethan Frank skates through what was going to be a penalty. Would have been a penalty had the Blue Jackets not backed off, but now they commit one anyway. As Marchenko's on his way back to the box here as soon as the Blue Jackets get possession of the puck, but it's the Capitals who have it in the Blue Jacket zone. Ethan Frank centers it. Here's a shot, and a great save is made by Jet Greaves. He just stole one off the stick of Nick Dowd, and he covers it up to keep it a 1-0 Capitals lead.
Columbus 86, minor penalty for holding.
So Marchenko back to the box, second time that he's drawn a penalty in this period. The Jackets were able to kill off that first penalty, and they were trying to do it again here. Well, yeah, Ethan Frank took a hit in the neutral zone. Brendan Smith, actually, to be honest with you, looking at the replay, they could have called a cross-check on him. They didn't. But right after getting away with that, Marchenko comes in and grabs a hold of Frank and takes a penalty anyway. So Dylan Strome will take the face-off. Frank and Tom Wilson flank him. Chychrun and Ovechkin are the other two out there on the power play. Capitals win the draw. Chychrun's got it. Quickly gives it right back to Dylan Strome, who plays it on the half wall to Ethan Frank. Frank back to the blue line. Chychrun holds, feeds Frank. He takes a shot, and that's eaten up by Jet Greaves. Good job by Jet once again, doing exactly what he's got to do. And part of that is hold the puck. Make sure that there aren't any rebounds, if you can help it. Here's a long shot by Chychrun. There's a save by Greaves. There is a rebound this time, but the Capitals put it back out toward the blue line now on the left side. Ovechkin put it in front. He was looking for Wilson just to redirect it. It wasn't that big slap shot, that one-timer. Chychrun looking left side. Dylan Strome back to Chychrun. He would love to give it to Ovechkin, but Charlie Coyle is in the neighborhood. Down to the bottom of the right wing circle. Strome brings it to the front of the net. Greaves makes a save. Here's Frank with a shot, and another save is made by Jet Greaves. Boy, a couple of huge saves right there. The Blue Jackets finally clear it out through the neutral zone. Capitals from behind their own net play it to the blue line. Chychrun gives it back to Sonny Milano. Milano now for Anthony Beauvillier. Chychrun at the blue line. They give it to Dylan Strome. He holds, he shoots. The save is made. The rebound pushed away from the front of the net by Dante Fabro. And now winding up with the puck on his stick is Zach Werenski. And Zach will just clear it the length of the ice here with 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Washington Capitals, who lead by the score of 1-0. 5:38 to go in the second period. 32 seconds left on this Vector Security penalty kill. Here's a steal by Cole Sillinger. Shorthanded chance perhaps. Up the left side. Sillinger holds. He shoots, and Thompson makes the save. Rebound is picked up by the Capitals. Beauvillier in the neutral zone again coughs it up to Sillinger. Again, Cole, left wing side with a shot. And Thompson got just enough of that one with the glove hand to send it over the glass and out of play, leaving 12 seconds on the Capitals' power play. But the Blue Jackets have had two good chances back-to-back here, both coming off the stick of Cole Sillinger. So Adam Fantilli is now on the ice with Dmitry Voronkov. They are set up for Marchenko to come out of the box and just join the play. That's what they're doing right now, because this is Marchenko's line that is on the ice. They're only missing him. Fantilli wins the faceoff, lets Matejchuk take a shot that comes off the end boards. 6 seconds left on the power play chance. Washington just trying to get the puck out of their own zone. Trevor Van Riemsdyk gets it to Nick Dowd, send it across the ice off a skate, and it comes to Matejchuk. Marchenko's out of the box. Matejchuk has the puck. He's now at the Washington blue line. Keeps coming down the left wing boards. Sends it all the way around to the right point. Severson to the middle. Voronkov gives to Matejchuk. Down low. Marchenko with a shot save. Made the rebound. Goes off of Fantilli's stick. He got hit from behind and tied up just as he was trying to put it back on net. Marchenko with a steal near the blue line. Top of the right wing circle. He fires his shot. And again, there's Logan Thompson swallowing that puck. No rebound comes off of him. 4:32 left to play. Second period. It's the Capitals 1 and the Blue Jackets nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found GoodRx. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's GoodRx, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
As the official security partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets, the local team here at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses throughout Central Ohio. We live here. Our families eat, shop, and go to school and church in our communities. So we have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/CBJ for a free security assessment that will address your unique needs. That's vectorsecurity.com/CBJ.
4:32 to play in the second period. The Capitals lead the Blue Jackets 1-0 on the nationwide NHL scoreboard. 2-2 in overtime between the Penguins and the Stars. Then late second period in Montreal, the Blues lead the Canadiens 3-2. Same situation in New York. Late second period, it's the Rangers on top of the Vegas Golden Knights 2-1. Then late first in Anaheim, it's the Ducks 1 and the Blackhawks 0. Here's Bob McElligott.
Adam Fantilli is getting set to take the face-off in the Washington end here. The Jackets are now being outshot 27-23. A couple of power plays helping the Washington Capitals to up their shots on goal. Capitals win the face-off. Tom Wilson passes ahead to the blue line. Justin Sordoff got knocked off the puck for a moment, gets right back to it at the red line. Put it in the Blue Jacket zone. Werenski with a long pass off the right wing boards onto the stick of Adam Fantilli, but Jacob Chychrun steps into him and knocks it away. Long pass up the near side. Capitals can't complete it. Marchenko makes a steal. Marchenko comes in. Knocked down Tom Wilson. And the puck winds up in the crease. Logan Thompson is able to cover it. I thought that puck was going behind the net. It didn't. Tom Wilson is coming after Marchenko. He feels he got elbowed in the face. But he did. I don't think it was anything that was done on purpose. Marchenko's just trying to get to the puck. And he got the elbow into him. He's just trying to skate away from him. And I think that Wilson may have helped that a little bit to make it look a little worse than it actually was. And Marchenko went down as well, so it wasn't like he just elbowed him in the face and skated away. They locked up, both went down, and Wilson didn't like it. In the meantime, both teams change lines. Nick Dowd will face off against Sean Monahan. And Monahan loses this draw. Capitals' Trevor Van Riemsdyk up the near side before it gets to Ethan Frank. It's stolen away by Monahan and played back in behind the Washington net. Van Riemsdyk now clears it out to the neutral zone. Severson got it to Monahan. Finds Sillinger. Cole Sillinger stops on the half wall. He has to put it on the forehand down low. Going behind the net. Kent Johnson, can he get it on his stick? Not so far. Now he does over in the far corner. And then he gets stepped into. Trevor Van Riemsdyk clears that puck away, but not out. It's kept in by Matejchuk. Monahan gets it in the left wing corner behind the net. Kent Johnson, bottom of the right wing circle, put it in front. And that one goes off a stick, but not on net. And now giveaway by Matejchuk. And it is lifted ahead in the direction of Anthony Beauvillier. Good job by Severson to slow him down. That let Matejchuk get back into the play and steal the puck away and feed it back to Severson, who takes his time across his own blue line. Now he will opt to skate back into his own end. Under 3 minutes to play here in the second period. Blue Jackets are trailing by the score of 1-0. And the puck is into the Washington zone. Miles Wood tried to drop it off the backhand to Charlie Coyle. He didn't get enough on that. Didn't get it far away enough from the Washington Capitals, as we have an offside call against Washington as they try to enter the Blue Jacket zone. Logan Thompson been very good here once again today. And Thompson, in 6 games against the Blue Jackets in his career, is 4-0-1. His goals against average 2.26, 929 save percentage, and those are good numbers. But when he plays at home against the Blue Jackets, 2-0 with a 1.76 goals against average and a 941 save percentage. That's why you get one goal and you have a chance to win when he's playing against the Blue Jackets. You just do. By those numbers, you do. He barely gives up 2 goals per game. So Blue Jackets have to find a way to beat him. And they still have time. They still have a full period left beyond this one. But, it's one of those things where, the longer you go up against the guy and you don't have success, you don't expect to have success. And you don't come into the game thinking that at the beginning. But as it goes on and he's making stop after stop, you think, oh, man, we always have trouble with this guy. This guy's always making these kind of saves against us. And that's why it would be so helpful just to get one on the board here. Get it back to a 1-1 game and then go from there. In the third, Sonny Milano right in front. Picked up a puck off the end boards and shot it wide of the net, thankfully, because I just gave you the numbers. A second goal, it's not the end of the game, but by the numbers it could be. So thankfully Milano missed, and a pretty wide open chance right there. Capitals are forced back into their own end, and here comes Dylan Strome. Has the puck stolen off his stick in the neutral zone, but unfortunately, Igor Chinakhov couldn't skate with it. Dylan McElrath stole it back. Jet Greaves playing the puck ahead, finds Brendan Gaunce. Gaunce tosses it up the left wing boards. Capitals try to be the first team to the puck, and they are. Connor McMichael coming quickly on the counterattack. 3 men strong are the Capitals. Strome all the way across the ice. Matt Roy, the defenseman, steps up into the play and then gets pushed into the end boards by Brendan Gaunce. That doesn't deter him from still staying with the puck. And he finds Dylan Strome, who comes around with a wraparound bid. We've got another penalty coming here. And this is going to be against the Blue Jackets again. This time it's Gaunce for the hold, with just under a minute remaining in period number 2.
Columbus 16, 2 minutes for a hold.
So the Blue Jackets are not making things any easier on themselves, as now they're going to be shorthanded. Well, if you can kill off what's left in this period, that'll be just about half of the power play. easier said than done. You've got the firepower that the Capitals can put out there. The Jackets battle and win the puck off the draw. Great job by Charlie Coyle to get that puck. And he gives to Matejchuk in the Washington zone. Back to Coyle, gets it across to Monahan with a shot. And Thompson is able to make that save. And we've got a whistle. And there's a hooking call. So the Blue Jackets may have just evened things up by drawing a penalty. Now Tom Wilson having words with Adam Fantilli. That will go nowhere. Strome is on the way to the box. So indeed we'll finish this period 4-on-4.
Washington's number 17 has a minor penalty for hooking.
Well, that's what happens when you create a shorthanded chance like that. You force Washington into taking a penalty so as not to make it an easy chance for the Blue Jackets. I think that the hook may have come early, to be honest with you. I think it may have come right off the faceoff. So the Blue Jackets in a 4-on-4 situation here as Fantilli will face off against Dowd. Fantilli wins the draw. Got it to Marchenko, tried to pass it to Werenski at the blue line. It got beyond Zach. The Blue Jackets have to retreat into their own end. Provorov, right wing side, finding Marchenko. He brings it in. Back to Provorov on the left wing boards. To the blue line, Werenski down to the bottom of the left wing circle. Leaves the puck on the end boards for Marchenko. Tried to put it out to Fantilli, and it got knocked away by Washington. But there goes Zach back through the neutral zone. He's got it back on his stick. And he will leave it off the backhand with 15 seconds left in the period for Provorov. He feeds Marchenko. Up the ice, little toe drag. Forced around behind the net by Sandin. He then looked like he got tripped. There's no call. And Washington has the puck. 3 seconds left in the period. Chychrun wants to shoot, and he will right at the horn. And the save is made by Jet Greaves. So 2 periods are in the books. And the Blue Jackets are trailing the Washington Capitals. And the score is 1-0. Washington got a goal from Jacob Chychrun. And it came 50 seconds into the second period. And that is the difference in the game so far here.
Bobby.
Mike Havlin, Blue Jackets assistant coach, is with me outside the dressing room. And Mike, again, a good game here, just a 1-goal difference. And but you guys in a back-to-back here through 40 minutes, it looks strong.
Yeah, no, we like the way we're playing right now. I mean, obviously they the missed assignment there, and then they get the goal, though. But other than that, we've had some real good looks, and he's made some pretty good saves, both goalies at both ends. So good hockey game. We just got to find a way here to get one by him.
Tell me what it is about Logan Thompson. Maybe if you knew, you'd get it fixed.
Well, I think we got to get more eyes on him. We got to get in front of him. Like if he sees it, he's got a real good chance. He's a big man, and he comes way out. So maybe a head fake and stepping around him if we have that time. So, but more traffic, and then we're gonna have to battle for some rebounds.
I know, talking to some players, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but you don't see a lot of right-hand catching goals, right? So when you're looking at it, you're taking your shots. You're almost doing it in a mirror. It's kind of backwards, where normally where you go blocker side, it's now the glove side. Does that cause any distraction at all?
Well, I mean, sometimes it does. Obviously, you don't see it. They have 2 here, and that's when you really don't see that around the league. But that said, we pre-scout everything, so we know that the way he catches and the tendencies that he has that we can maybe exploit.
It also seemed like as that period went along, your chances got better. Maybe that's going back to what you're talking about, starting to get a little bit of traffic.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit more aggressive support-wise, in the offensive end. We got a little bit more movement going, and then, I think that's part of the whole key against them is our movement in the offensive end, and then, because they play a really tight man-on-man, so we're trying to create those one-on-one or two-on-one opportunities for ourselves.
All right, Mike. Well, hopefully it just continues with that trajectory into the third period, and you get this thing tied, maybe get a win and get out of here today. Thank you very much.
That'd be great. Thanks, Bobby.
Okay. Mike Havlin, Blue Jackets assistant coach. It's 1-0 Washington at the end of 2 periods of play here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Toyotathon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Corollas and Corolla hybrids. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross. Or lease a gas-powered 26 Corolla LE for $199 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey parents, if you're interested in getting your child started in hockey, listen up. The Blue Jackets Get Out and Learn program, in association with Apex Pros, introduces first-time participants ages 5 to 9 to the sport of hockey for free. Each participant gets 30 minutes of instruction, a free stick, and a ball, jersey, or t-shirt to keep. Register for an on-ice or street hockey clinic now at bluejackets.com/gold.
Head down to the Arena District, your hockey headquarters. Catch some action on the ice at Nationwide Arena or watch the game at one of the Arena District's 20 bars and restaurants. The Arena District is rocking nightly with live entertainment, awesome specials, and convenient parking. Live it up by coming early or staying late. The Arena District is the place to play, meet, eat, and celebrate. Get your game plan on at arenadistrict.com with a complete list of bars, restaurants, concerts, and game schedules. Go Jackets!
This is the second intermission report. Here's Dylan Tyre to recap the second period scoring.
40 minutes are done tonight at Capital One Arena, and Washington leads the Blue Jackets 1-0. It was a 0-0 hockey game after the first period, but only 50 seconds into period number 2, defenseman Jacob Chychrun netted his 11th goal of the season. That put the Capitals up 1-0. That 11th goal leads all NHL defenseman. Chychrun has been a beast against the Blue Jackets this year. The last time they faced off, he scored twice, so he's already got one tonight. Tom Wilson and Anthony Beauvillier had the assists. No scoring for the rest of that second period, thanks in part to the efforts of Blue Jackets goaltender Jet Greaves. He made some excellent saves there in that second period. To this point, he's made 27 saves on 28 Washington shots. Speaking of, let's take a look at some numbers through 40 minutes tonight in the nation's capital. Shots on goal, 28-23 in favor of Washington. In the face-off circle, the Capitals lead the way, having won 60.5% of the draws. Neither team has scored on the power play in this game. The Blue Jackets 0 for 1 on the AEP power play. The Capitals 0 for 3. Hits dead even at 11 apiece. Block shots 6-5 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Then finally, our puck management numbers pretty similar. 13 giveaways and 5 takeaways for the Blue Jackets. 12 giveaways and 2 takeaways for the Washington Capitals. All those numbers, by the way, are puck and player tracking stats brought to you by BBI Logistics. Not a whole lot of offense tonight in D.C., just that Jacob Chychrun goal, but we did just hear from Blue Jackets assistant coach Mike Havlin. He was speaking with Bob McElligott at the end of the second period. He said he likes what the Blue Jackets are doing. They started to push more in that second period. They just got to get a little bit more on Logan Thompson, the Capitals goaltender, coming up in period number 3. Before that, we'll take a break and be back to hear from Blue Jackets centerman Charlie Coyle on the CBJ Radio Network.
Bread Financial is proud to be the official financial services partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. They provide simple, personalized payment, lending, and saving solutions. From the Bread Cashback American Express credit card to high-yield savings and CDs to buy now, make that score now, pay later options, you'll find financial solutions for your budget and your goals, hockey or otherwise. Learn more at breadfinancial.com. And let's go Blue Jackets.
Getting started in hockey has never been easier. The Blue Jackets Learn to Play program, presented by Performance Columbus in association with Moo Express Car Wash and Kroger, is an introductory ice hockey program for boys and girls ages 4 to 10. Classes are held year-round at the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. Registration includes age-appropriate instruction and head-to-toe equipment, yours to keep. Hockey starts here at bluejackets.com/learn-to-play.
You hear that crunch? It's not just any crunch. It's cheesy to the edge crust that only comes from a Jets Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed dough topped with premium mozzarella, the freshest ingredients, and ladled with Mama Jet's secret sauce. Then baked to perfection in steel pans born on Motor City lines. I bet you're real hungry now. Go ahead. Visit jetspizza.com for daily hot deals. Jets. Better because it has to be.
Dylan Tyre back with you during the second intermission here. The Blue Jackets currently trail the Washington Capitals 1-0 through 40 minutes of play. Jacob Chychrun's 11th goal of the season is the difference right now. Huge game when it comes to the standings. We are relatively early on in the season, but the standings very, very tight in the Eastern Conference. The Blue Jackets enter this one just 1 point out of a playoff spot, so they'd love to come away with a couple of points and beat the Capitals tonight at Capital One Arena. I bring up that playoff race, though, because it's really around this time of the season that we start to see a little bit more separation through Christmas and into the new year. And I was able to speak with Blue Jackets forward Charlie Coyle about how good teams are able to do that, create that separation. It always feels like around Christmas time and into the new year, that's when the separation happens. You've been in this league for a long time, so what do you think separates the good teams from those teams that end up falling off?
I think a lot of it is learning from, the adversity that hits. I think the better teams can figure things out a little quicker. That's why you see, a really good team, maybe they drop a game, but then they're winning the next couple. They might drop another one, but they're winning the next couple. It's never a game, another game, another game. It's like they figure it out. They know what they did wrong on that given night and what to do from there. But the teams that aren't very good at that, that's why they have those losing streaks, and then they start to drop off. They don't know how to figure it out, really, and you let those things kind of dwindle, and then all of a sudden you're in a 4, 5, 6 game losing streak. So the good teams are really good at figuring it out. It has to do with leadership, experiences from players, veteran players, and a lot of talk throughout the lineup, and everyone kind of buying in and doing what they got to do, especially when individual play drops off or team play drops off. It's like, hey, let's go back to basics here and focus on the process first. And when you do that individually and as a whole, it usually pays off and you get yourself back on that next night.
That's Blue Jackets centerman Charlie Coyle. What he's talking about right there, he and the Blue Jackets are trying to do, create a little bit of separation for themselves in the Eastern Conference. Right now, though, they trail in D.C. 1-0 after 2 periods. When we come back, we'll look at some other scores around the NHL on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Hey, Metallica family. This is James.
It's Lars. This is Kirk.
It's Robert.
Really means a lot to have our own channel here on Sirius XM.
For us to be able to have a platform to share the music that we love, the music that we create, the music that inspires us.
The most Metallica anywhere. Maximum Metallica.
Do you want heaven?
Channel 42 and the Sirius XM app. On right now.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 14th, 2010, the Philadelphia Flyers join an exclusive club, the Hard Way.
History made in Boston tonight. The Flyers defeat the Bruins 4-3. They are the third team in NHL history to come from behind after trailing a series 3-0.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordie was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. NHL Morning Skate.
Eric Tulsky's the general manager in Carolina.
Are you still a team that looks to go big game hunting via trades?
It's very easy as a manager when you have a good team to get conservative. Just let it play out and hope for the best. And that's not our philosophy here. We don't want to just sit back and call it good enough. We want to keep looking for ways to make the team better.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick. Weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app. Under review.
And stop making excuses for bad goaltending. And is it bad? Is it horrendous? If you don't win because you don't make a save or two, yeah. The nature of it is the goaltender is responsible for 90% of the action. He's got to stop the puck. Why do we keep making apologies for goaltending? Stop it.
Under review with Mick Kern, 11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app. Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Rebound. Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL Play-by-Play on Sirius XM.
The second intermission report continues with a look at other scores around the National Hockey League. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
2 periods done tonight in D.C. It's the Capitals leading the Blue Jackets 1-0. The difference right now, Jacob Chychrun's 11th goal of the season. That leads all NHL defensemen. It came only 50 seconds into the second period, and that is the only goal tonight. So it's the Caps 1 and the Blue Jackets 0. Finals from earlier this evening. In Sunrise, Florida, the Panthers beat the Islanders 4-1. The Avalanche knocked off the Flyers in Philly 3-2, and the San Jose Sharks won on the road in Raleigh 4-1 over the Hurricanes. A game that just went final, a shootout in Dallas. The Stars knocked off the Penguins 3-2. It was star forward Mikko Rantanen who scored the shootout winner. Games in action right now. 2 periods are done at the Bell Center. The St. Louis Blues lead the Canadiens 3-2. Then after 2 periods at MSG, it's the Rangers 2 and the Vegas Golden Knights 1. Finally, 1 period is done in Anaheim. The Ducks have a 1-0 lead over the Blackhawks. Jacob Trouba picking up his 5th goal of the season. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
Everything is better on ice.
Goes his way in. Provorov cuts in and scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
With the Blue Jackets down a goal, let's take a look at our live odds brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, must be 21 plus. The Blue Jackets are underdogs to win outright on the money line at plus 375. They're minus 115 to cover a 1.5 goal puck line, and the over-under sits at 3.5 goals. Big third period coming up right now after 2. It's Washington 1 and the Blue Jackets 0. Bob McElligott has the play-by-play when we come back on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
The cannon blasts. Are you listening? The ice is fast. See it glistening. We're having a ball, watching it all, cheering in a Jackets hockey game. This season, spread some holiday cheer with a Blue Jackets holiday gift pack. Each pack includes tickets to 2 games of your choice, plus an exclusive limited edition Blue Jackets Honda shirt. And he scores! Score yours today at BlueJackets.com/holiday.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions.
You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The Blue Jackets are ready to start the third period. Once again, here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets are trailing the Washington Capitals after 2 periods of play. 1-0 is the score here in Washington. Jacob Chychrun with the only goal of the game, is 11th of the season. Again, 50 seconds into the second period. Blue Jackets in that second period were outshot by the Capitals 19-11. Through 2 periods, they've been outshot 28-23. And when it comes to the power play, Washington had 2+, let's say, in that second period. They had 2 full power plays and then another that lasted only 12 seconds before Dylan Strome took a penalty. So the Blue Jackets have not had a full power play in this game. Just getting an abbreviated 12-second power play. So we'll see what the third period has in store. Third period being brought to you by Moo Moo Express Car Wash. Do you move? The CBJ do. Blue Jackets back to skating from left to right here in the final period of regulation. Start this period skating 4-on-4 for 1 minute, 2 seconds, and then that 12 seconds worth of power play time that I talked about will come into play. And if you're the Blue Jackets, what your hope is that you have the puck inside of the Washington zone at that point in time, and that Brendan Gaunce can come out of the penalty box and join right in on a power play chance inside of the Washington zone. And we'll see what happens. As Adam Fantilli is out there to take the face-off. A lot more open ice here in the 4-on-4. Justin Sorda will face Fantilli on the draw. Alexi Protas is on the ice for Washington. Jacob Chychrun coming out there. Also Rasmus Sandin, and the face-off is controlled by the Capitals. And they're back inside of their own zone. Chychrun swings it over on the right wing boards. Sandin skates with it to the blue line, drop it off for Protas. He accelerates to get away from Marchenko. He's into the Blue Jacket zone, trying to drop it back to Chychrun, and that one got beyond him, and just before Marchenko could get back to it, Chychrun accelerated and knocked it away. And now the Capitals are back inside of the Blue Jacket zone. Chychrun with a long shot. Protas trying to tip it in front, but couldn't get it on net. Back to the neutral zone it comes. Sandin with a steal from Marchenko. Coming over to help is Fantilli. Centering attempt goes off the stick of Provorov. Somebody has lost the stick. That's Justin Sorda. He goes to the bench for Washington. The Capitals are back inside of their own zone. 10 seconds is when the 4-on-4 is over, and Washington gets the puck in and puts it right on net. And what a stop by Jet Greaves. Connor McMichael sliding in there, down low in the slot, just redirecting a pass, trying to find the 5-hole on Jet Greaves, and he didn't find it. Greaves was able to close it down. So McMichael will face off against Monahan. In 3 seconds, the Blue Jackets get Gaunce back on the ice. Blue Jackets win the face-off. They are now on this abbreviated AEP power play. Gaunce is going to go right to the bench. Sillinger leaves the puck for Matejchuk. He comes up the ice, gives to Severson. Back to the blue line. Sillinger, bottom of the right wing circle, drops it off for Kent Johnson. We're now back to 5-on-5. Sillinger, lead for Matejchuk. Across the ice he goes. It's stopped by Severson. Back to the slot and swing and a miss on a one-time bid by Kent Johnson. Well, what happened there were a couple of things. First of all, Matejchuk zipped it across to Severson. His intent, I believe, was to shoot it, and then he had to stop it, and it bounced on him as he stopped it, and then he passed it to Kent Johnson. The whole thing was just off. As soon as the puck wasn't caught cleanly, the whole thing was off. Capitals with a long pass down the ice, so Ovechkin was behind the defense because he had lost an edge and fallen down. So there's no icing, but he can't get a shot on net. The Blue Jackets quickly come on the counterattack and send a shot in from the left wing side, and that is snagged out of midair by Logan Thompson. Isaac Lunderstrom taking that shot for the Blue Jackets. Pretty good shot there, but Logan Thompson not phased whatsoever. The defenseman did a nice job of taking Lundstrom to a point where Thompson knew exactly where that shot was going to come from, and he was ready for it. Logan Thompson, 6'4", 207 pounds. So he takes up a large portion of that net. Takes up just about the entire net, actually. Del Beluz is waved out of the faceoff. Gauntz will stand in. This is a nice luxury to have with Brendan Gauntz out there, and he wins the draw. Here's Provorov shooting one wide of the net, looking for the rebound off the end boards, which he gets. It's pulled down by Chinakhov to the blue line. Trying to move around a couple of men as Werenski gets down low. Wanted to slide it out in front. It went off a stick and comes back to him. Pass attempt for Brendan Gauntz went under Brendan's stick. And Washington will take advantage of this and clear it out to the neutral zone. 17.5 to play in regulation time. Blue Jackets down 1-0. Chinakhov brings the puck in. He gets hit on the left wing boards. Lost control of it. It's held at the blue line, though. Provorov with a shot. It got tipped on the way there, but Thompson's still able to kick it aside. Werenski goes down into the right wing corner. Leaves that puck for Gauntz. Over to Provorov. Makes a move. Gets to the bottom of the left wing circle. Elevates a shot that Thompson goes up and makes a save on. And now the Washington Capitals, they want to change. And they will get that change. The Blue Jackets will get one as well. Hendrix Lapierre in the neutral zone. Puts a puck high in the air over toward the right wing corner. Alexi Protas is there. Then he gets tangled up along the boards. Lost control. Brendan Smith will take it for the Blue Jackets. Finds Kirill Marchenko. Bouncing back behind the net. And this is going to be set up by Dante Fabro. Fabro still standing behind his own net. Lets Marchenko come back, skate over the puck, doesn't take it. It's cleared out to the neutral zone. Voronkov can't get it. Marchenko does. Marchenko gets knocked down. Play continues. The Capitals circle behind their own net. They have the puck. They feed it back to Justin Sourdif. Comes through the neutral zone. One hands the puck to the right wing corner. Chases it down himself. And then a shot comes out of the corner. And it's caught by Jet Reeves. And he holds on. Face-off will be in the right wing circle. Tom Wilson taking that shot on Jet Reeves from a bad angle there. And again, Wilson leading Washington in goals. Has had himself a great season to this point. Trying to make something happen right there. See if he could get Jet to maybe not be 100% ready on a bad angle shot, but Jet Reeves was not going to fall for that. Nick Dowd is waved out of the face-off. Anthony Beauvillier has to take it, but he wins it. Matt Roy with a big shot, save made by Greaves again. Puck out to the right point. Roy comes across, out of the reach of Chychrun. He pulls it off the end boards, or off the sidewall rather, and he throws it toward the net. And this time it's Greaves that gets it before it gets to the end boards and rockets around out of that corner. You never know where that thing's going to go once it gets over there. Jet wants to face off to his stick side. That's what he'll get. The Jackets control the face-off. Here comes Dent Mateja. Across his own blue line. Looks left side. Kent Johnson plays it into the corner and hit the glass and actually dropped right back down to the ice. It didn't go around the glass and behind the net, which was the intention of Kent Johnson, who had Cole Sillinger over on the right wing side. Now battle behind the net. It's put to the left wing boards. Mateja drags it around his man. He comes all the way around behind the net. Tried to get it to Kent Johnson. It went off his stick, but it's held at the blue line by Damon Severson. Sean Monahan trying to get it back to Matejchuk, and Dowd putting the pressure on him. Forces the play out to the neutral zone, where Monahan gets it back to Sillinger, and he will chip it softly off the wall down into the right wing corner. The Blue Jackets are making a change, and that will allow Washington to skate it out of their own zone. Nick Dowd from the red line. Put it behind the Blue Jackets net. Jet Greaves will leave it. And it is picked up by Zach Werenski. Finds Miles Wood. Wood over to the left wing boards. Charlie Coyle trying to skate with the puck on his backhand. It rolled off the stick, and Connor McMichael's got it now. Bumps it out to the neutral zone where Provorov takes it. Playing on the left wing side, but couldn't connect with Miles Wood. Wood takes Dylan McElrath to the end boards. Blue Jackets pick up the puck. Provorov skates it along the blue line, gives to Werenski. He's got it on his forehand. Goes left wing boards. And Lundstrom had caught an edge there. It seemed like he was kind of just trying to maintain his balance. Lost control of the puck, and now it's the Capitals coming up the ice, 3 men strong. 3-on-2. Strome tries to go all the way back across the ice, and Charlie Coyle, in a perfect back-checking effort, intercepts the pass, and he feeds Zach Werenski. Zach up the ice, takes a shot. Thompson makes a save. Bouncing puck in the slot. Gauntz with a shot. It got blocked. And that was Dylan Strome that stepped in front of it. The Jackets get it back. They tag up. Werenski back in on the right wing side to the slot, and they don't get the shot away. Gauntz, I think he was trying to pass it back over into the right wing circle. They got broken up. And now a pass goes off the stick and over on the far side of the ice. And we've got a hand pass that is whistled against the Washington Capitals. 13:52. That's what's left in the third period. It's the Capitals 1 and the Blue Jackets nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
What does your favorite MLB team need to make a move in 2026?
There's a difference between talent and building a baseball team.
MLB Network Radio on SiriusXM has live coverage of baseball's winter meetings.
Deals could pop at any moment.
Hear interviews with decision makers and expert analysis of every move.
This is a huge, huge deal.
Comprehensive coverage of baseball's winter meetings is underway on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Choose the matchups that you want to see this year and score savings of up to 20%. It's all part of the Blue Jackets Pick 6 Flex Plan presented by Franklin University. If you purchase your plan before December 12th, you receive a bonus ticket to see the Blue Jackets face off against the Vegas Golden Knights on December 13th. Learn more by going to bluejackets.com/pick6. 1-0 lead for the Washington Capitals. They've had that lead since the first minute of period number 2. The Jackets desperately trying to find a way to beat Logan Thompson. They put 27 shots on him. He stopped every single one so far. Capitals win the faceoff. Jacob Chychrun in his own zone. Across to Matt Roy, and he sends it up the right side off the stick of Justin Sordoff, and into the Blue Jackets end it comes. Tom Wilson. Down along the end boards, giving to Damon Severson. He finds Dent Matejchuk. Matejchuk with a pass that went behind Kirill Marchenko. Capitals, Alexei Protas with a shot. He missed wide left. Roy holds it at the right point, plays it back down the right wing boards. Here's Tom Wilson with a shot, punched away with the blocker by Jet Greaves. And now it is going to be Kirill Marchenko dumping the puck in from the red line. Chychrun, first guy there. Chychrun's got the lone goal of this game. Giveaway by the Capitals. Matejchuk gets it over to Marchenko. Put it back on the left wing side. Shot by Fantilli goes off a body and out of play. And that was a pretty handy turnover that time. And unfortunately, the Blue Jackets didn't do much with it. Fantilli got it, tried to give it to Marchenko, and it hit him on the inside of the skate. He had to kick it back to the stick. Sorry, that was Severson that gave it to him, and then he had to try to give it back. Face-off won by Monahan. Quick shot by Werenski. Save made by Thompson, and Nick Dowd does a nice job down near the net. That puck came off Thompson. He wasn't sure where it was, but Dowd was right there. He just calmly got it on his backhand and pushed it back to the goalie. And let Thompson cover it up. Holding on for a face-off. Monahan against Dowd again. Blow the whistle. False face-off. They'll reset and do it again. this is controlled by the Capitals. Send the puck around to the near wall. Beauvillier trying to get it out. Provorov will keep it in. Finds Ken Johnson with a shot. The save is made by Logan Thompson. Nick Dowd gets the puck off the rebound. Finds Ethan Frank. Goes up the right wing side. Slowed down by Zach Werenski. Provorov goes all the way across the ice to get the puck. Moves it back to the near side to Sean Monahan. Sends it in Provorov's direction again. He cannot clear it. Trevor Van Riemsdyk holds it in at the blue line, and now a nice little poke at it by Cole Sillinger. Forces the Capitals back to the neutral zone. Monahan tried to get it on a turnover. Capitals were able to reach in and get it back. Now it is Provorov inside of his own end. And he does not get it onto the stick of Miles Wood. This is going to be an icing call against the Blue Jackets. 12-12 left in the third period. Washington has been the better of the two teams in the faceoff category today. As a team, they're winning 57% of the draws. Individually here, it's going to be Dylan Strome, who's won 10 of 18, against Charlie Coyle, who is 3 for 9. And Coyle wins it. Werenski to Provorov. Across his own blue line, now center red, now all the way into the Washington zone. Gets it on the right side to Lundestrom with a shot. Save was made. Miles Wood has the rebound, hit off his midsection. He carried it to the end boards, then he gets knocked down as the Capitals send it back the other way. No icing here as Brendan Smith gets to the puck for the Blue Jackets. Plays it ahead to Charlie Coyle. Coyle tried to leave it for Lundestrom. He missed him. Fabro follows that play, and he'll just wrist it into the Washington end. Capitals now, which should be an easy clear, having a hard time with it. They get a second opportunity, and Ovechkin will bring it out. Brendan Gaunce battling Alex Ovechkin. Charlie Coyle is the beneficiary. He gets a loose puck, puts it on the left wing side. Quick shot taken by Chinakhov. And a glove save is made by Logan Thompson. And he holds on to this puck. 11:19 left here in the third period. Oh, Chinakhov's got a great shot. He's got great velocity on it. He's got good accuracy most times. And he's just trying to go to the top of the net, and there just isn't anything there against Logan Thompson. Look at Del Bell Blues. 1 of 3 in faceoffs going up against Nick Dowd, who's 4 for 12. They get together in the left wing circle of the Capitals end. Blue Jackets control it. Severson along the blue line. Good job by Matejchuk. He knew that Sonny Milano was going to step up and give him pressure. And he spun away from the pressure, but the Capitals do wind up getting the puck as the Blue Jackets moved it down lower toward the front of the net. Now they'll bring it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Out to the right point, Trevor Van Riemsdyk. On the forehand, plays it to the half wall. They drop it back to Van Riemsdyk with a shot. That one got blocked. Brendan Gaunce up the right side for Damon Severson. Comes back for Del Bell Blues. Luka throws it behind the net. Logan Thompson puts it to the far wall. Chinakhov right there to get it to Gaunce. Hooking into the slot. Del Bell Blues with a shot save made. Follow-up chance, and Gaunce took the shot. He was denied, and then he got high-sticked. So Brendan Gaunce draws a penalty.
Washington, number 29, has a double minute. High stick.
Double minor for Hendrix Lapierre for high sticking. 4 minutes worth of power play time here for the Blue Jackets. Brendan Gaunce taking that stick in the face. And let's see if the Blue Jackets can capitalize here. Pardon the pun. Washington up 1-0. This is your chance. There's 10.5 minutes left. If you're going to get back into this game, it's got to be now. Monahan ready to take the face-off against Dowd. I think this is a great opportunity. The Blue Jackets haven't had a full power play yet today. The AEP power play. They lose the face-off. Tom Wilson will make them go all the way down behind their own net to pick up the puck. That's exactly what Werenski does. Leaves it for Adam Fantilli. Capitals set up the penalty kill With 1-3 in the neutral zone, Blue Jackets get the puck in the zone, get it to Marchenko, sends it over to Voronkov, shovel it back to the blue line. Good hold at the right point by Werenski. Goes left side, Fantilli. Wilson doesn't give him a shooting lane. Back to Werenski. Across the ice, Marchenko feeds it back towards Zach. It bounced off his stick. He'll pick it right back up. Finds Fantilli on the right side. Adam down to the bottom of the right wing circle. Voronkov wanted to send it in front. Or he was looking for Monahan, but that was broken up by the Capitals. Blue Jackets get it back, and it's Marchenko inside the blue line now. Hands it to Werenski. He's on the half-wall left wing side. Back to the top. Here's Kirill Marchenko to Fantilli. Put it in between the circles. Shot, save made. Rebound. Werenski with another shot. Another save by Thompson. He falls back in a snow angel, and he's got the puck underneath. Pretty good push right there by the Blue Jackets. They couldn't get it by him. We'll bring out the second unit now to give it a try. This is going to be Severson and Provorov with Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, and Charlie Coyle. Connor McMichael will take the draw against Coyle. Coyle wins it. Kent Johnson makes sure Provorov has it. Gives it right back to Johnson. Slides it back to Provorov, creates a shooting lane, and the save is made again by Logan Thompson. This time he holds on. Well, he made that save deep in the crease, too. There was a screen there in front of him. And the screen was applied by Cole Sillinger. 9:21 is what's left in the third period. 2:46 remaining in this double minor power play for the Blue Jackets. Hendrix Lapierre in the box for the Washington Capitals. Coyle facing off against Dowd, stick side of Logan Thompson. Long talk by the linesman before dropping the puck here. In fact, he still doesn't drop it. And now they're having more conversation. He and McDowell especially. Coyle patiently waiting. Puck is down. Charlie wins it. Damon Severson gives to Ivan Provorov. Put it down the right side, looking for Kent Johnson. Comes off his stick. Capitals had it. Now they give it away. Severson takes a shot. He missed the net. Kent Johnson will get it back on the right wing boards to the center point. There is Provorov. Slides it left side to Severson. Back along the blue line. Provorov down to Kent Johnson. Back to Ivan Provorov. Takes a look. Comes to Johnson. Fakes a one-timer. Goes with a wrist shot. It's caught by Thompson. Now, Kent Johnson has talked about shooting against a right-handed catching goalie, and he says everything's backwards. Basically, he takes a different approach. But he did say that there's a young goalie back in Vancouver that in the summertime skates with Kent, his group with Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard, and he's a right-handed catch goalie. And he feels that has helped him get better against them, but Logan Thompson made the save that time. Blue Jackets get the number one unit back out there. Here's Werenski to Fantilli. Takes a shot. He missed the net on the short side. That puck came rocketing off the boards, and it gets to Marchenko. Capitals now trying to steal it, and they do. And here they come up the ice. Tom Wilson and Alexi Protas. And Wilson trying to get it to Protas, and reaching in there to break that whole thing up was Zach Werenski. He just makes it look so easy when it's not. Here's Fantilli back the other way with a shot. Again, he missed the net. Puck comes to Monahan. Got it to Marchenko. Bouncing puck, far wall. Marchenko trying to keep it in the zone. Cannot. Tom Wilson gets it free. Up the ice he comes. Shorthanded with a shot. The Jet Reeves stops easily. Minute and a half to go in this power play chance for the Blue Jackets. And Nick Dowd battling Monahan for the puck. Dowd will send it back into his own end. And the Capitals will launch it the length of the ice. Ivan Provorov with 1:15 to go in the power play. Down 1-0. Leaves for Kirill Marchenko. Marchenko over the blue line. Give to Charlie Coyle. To Provorov now. Top of the right wing circle. Fantilli. Bottom of that circle. Marchenko comes behind the net. Looks out to the left wing boards. Coyle back to Provorov with a shot that got blocked. Provorov nudges it ahead, and Fantilli had a stick lifted. Sillinger comes in to get it. Gives it back to Fantilli along the blue line. Provorov, left side, shot save made. Rebound by Coyle out to Provorov, back to Fantilli. His shot is blocked. Beats Provorov again. They go left wing side and not getting a good shot that time was Marchenko, and it's cleared. It's not going to do it for the power play, but it's only going to leave 30 seconds. And here they come again. Provorov dropping it for Kent Johnson. Johnson, left wing pass. Sillinger tried to play it to the middle, gave it away. Alexi Protas up the ice, pressured from behind by Charlie Coyle, lost control of the puck. Put it around to the far side. Matt Roy now sends it behind the net. They are going to kill off this entire power play. The Blue Jackets come up empty as Washington gets their man back. And we are at 5-on-5 with 6.5 minutes left to play in the third period. Brendan Gaunce back on the ice after being high stick. Gets the puck to Zach Werenski. He carries into the Washington zone. Werenski with a shot. That one missed. Comes off the end boards. Del Bel-Belluz trying to control. Cannot do it. Capitals, Ethan Frank. He's got it. Cuts in front. Good save made by Greaves, and a penalty coming against the Blue Jackets. But, they do blow it down. I was going to say, but Frank pulls it off the far wall. Capitals felt that the Blue Jackets never had possession, but that argument will fall on deaf ears. 6:07 to play in the third. 1-0 Washington.
Too much for a trip.
Going to the penalty box for tripping is Brendan Gaunce, and you're listening to the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
There's no place in hockey where you'll find more passion, more pride, and more boom. Where every game is a blast and every moment a thrill. Escape the ordinary and make some memories that hit as hard as the action on the ice. With the Columbus Dispatch Family Value Pack, presented by ABC6 and Fox 28 at BlueJackets.com/family.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Every time the Blue Jackets score twice, you get half-price pizza the next day at your local Jets Pizza. So when the Blue Jackets put up 2 or more in a game, just go to jetspizza.com the next day. Use the promo code CBJ50, and when you do, you get half-price pizza courtesy of the Blue Jackets and Jets Pizza. Right now, the Blue Jackets are just looking for one, and they are short-handed. Brendan Gaunce in the penalty box. Another opportunity here for the Washington Capitals. If they can get one on this power play, they will be sitting pretty, but they lose the face-off. Ivan Provorov clears the puck the length of the ice. Jacob Chychrun, he's got the only goal in this game. Leaves the puck in his own end for Dylan Strome, who skates across the blue line, gains center red. Dumps the puck to the right wing corner of the Blue Jacket zone. It comes off the boards. Ethan Frank's got it, finds Ovechkin. Sends it back behind the net off the stick of Strome. Tom Wilson looking for it. He can't settle it down. Ethan Frank does. Plays it back to the left wing corner. Ovechkin is there. To the blue line. Chychrun. Looking left side. Ovechkin goes across the ice. Frank with a shot blocked by Monahan. Puck back to the blue line. Chychrun's got it. Capitals will take their time because even if they don't score, they will take 2 valuable minutes off the clock. Here's Wilson in front. He can't get it by Greaves. For Denny. It goes toward the net, toward the goal line. Wilson starts to celebrate. Immediately, the referee, Trevor Hansen, waves it off. It was bouncing around there.
The puck does not completely cross the goal line, and it's kicked, therefore no goal.
Okay. Now, I'll take his word for it. I mean, it is bouncing around. Looking to see where the kick is from. It goes off the stick. It's kicked by Greaves. Then it's shot again. Wilson comes across, so they're saying that it was kicked by Wilson. They're going to look at this, though. Both referees come over that. On the overhead view, I can't tell if it's across or not across. The fans here think it's across the line. To me, they would have to zoom in on that. Let's see, there's a stick in the net. It's Provorov's stick that's in the net. Puck hits Greaves. Now they're doing it in super slow motion. I don't like how it looks on the replay, quite honestly. 5 minutes and 15 seconds is what's left here. Referees are on the headsets, and they've already made a decision. Here we go.
After further video review, there is no goal. The call on the ice stands.
All right, there you have it. So the Blue Jackets live to fight another day here. Not that the game would have been over, but it would be 2-0, and only 5 minutes and 15 seconds remains. I mean, 1-0 is tough the way it's going so far. Capitals win the faceoff. Jacob Chychrun, left point. Gets it bottom left wing circle. Wilson put it in front. Good save made by Greaves again. Big collision, and Wilson goes down in a heap. He and Provorov got together there. So Blue Jackets clear it back into the Washington zone. Ethan Frank feeds Tom Wilson, who just did reset beyond the blue line. Give it to Chychrun. Looks left side. Ovechkin with that big one-timer. Save made. Gets it right back. Puts it in front. That one went off Matejchuk's skate. And lunging out to stop it is Jet Greaves. That'll leave 41 seconds on the power play. When this power play ends, there will be 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third period. Dylan Strome is out to take the face-off. Goes up against Charlie Coyle. Timeout is going to be called by the Capitals.
Washington is elected to use their timeout.
They want to keep that same group out there because they want to add to this lead. They know how important the second goal is going to be here. They are well aware of it. They're well aware of the Blue Jackets' abilities to get to overtime, too. They don't want to go there. They want to end this thing in regulation time. They sit atop the Metropolitan Division. Coming into this game, Blue Jackets sit dead last in the division, but it's like 5 points separates the top from the bottom here. It's all jammed up. The Blue Jackets come back out for the faceoff. And it is that same group for the Capitals. No surprise. Frank, Wilson, Strome, Chychrun, Ovechkin. Charlie Coyle facing off against Dylan Strome, who is repositioning Ovechkin and Frank. Once Ovechkin back on the point. Charlie Coyle started to lean in early, so everybody has to reset. Capitals do win the draw. Ovechkin's got it on the left wing boards. To the blue line. Chychrun back to Ovechkin. Goes down into the left wing corner. They come back to Ovechkin again. They want him to run the power play off the left wing boards here. That's exactly what he's doing. Chychrun's at the blue line. He'll swing it on the right side. Ethan Frank down to Dylan Strome. 18 seconds left on the power play. Chychrun to Ovechkin with a one-timer. And Greaves is able to make the save. Capitals get the rebound, and they will keep it inside the zone. Good job by Ovechkin. He had to hustle and get it on the blue line. Play it with the backhand just to keep it in. He wrists it toward the net, and Greaves makes the save, and he covers. Just as we go back to 5-on-5. Brendan Gaunce is out of the penalty box. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left to play here in the third period. The Blue Jackets are down by the score of 1-0. And you're listening to the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Breathe. You got this. You got it.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, well, Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You can use your phone to buy tickets to a Blue Jackets game. You can use it to connect with other Fifth Line fans. You can even use it to take a selfie after a goal. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
4:06 left in regulation. It's Washington 1 and the Blue Jackets nothing. 3 games on the nationwide NHL scoreboard. The Blues lead late in Montreal 4-3. Final minute at MSG, 2-2 tie between the Rangers and Vegas Golden Knights. Then late in the second period, Anaheim beating up on the Blackhawks 5-0. Here's Bob McElligott.
Logan Thompson, 4 minutes and 6 seconds away from his 100th National Hockey League victory in net. Puck is at the other end of the ice in the Blue Jacket zone. Connor McMichael is taking the face-off for the Washington Capitals. Charlie Coyle for the Blue Jackets. McMichael wins it. Capitals have the puck. They take a shot toward the net, and it misses. Comes off the end boards. Justin Sordiff finds Alexei Protas. He is pushed to the boards by Zach Werenski. Protas trying to come off that check, and he does. Finds McMichael, who carries behind the net. Charlie Coyle puts the body on him. Puck back out to the right point. Matt Roy comes across. Martin Fairbury sent it off the end boards, trying to get it to the side of the net, which he did for a moment before the Blue Jackets knocked it away. And they will now clear it back out through the neutral zone. No icing call here as Roy goes back to pick up behind his own net. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remains. Washington Capitals will be in no hurry to do anything with this puck. Fairbury makes a pass. It goes off a skate, and it comes to Marchenko inside the Washington zone. Perreault has to send it behind the net. Fairbury gets back over there, finds Nick Dowd, and he'll pass it ahead to Anthony Beauvillier. Up the ice he comes. Capitals will be offside. Tom Wilson anticipated incorrectly and went into the zone ahead of the puck. Face off in the neutral zone just in front of the Blue Jackets bench. Monahan, Johnson, Sillinger, Matejchuk, Severson. That's the group for the Blue Jackets. Monahan on the face-off. It's a win with a little help from KJ. Tucked to the neutral zone. Kent Johnson has it knocked off his stick. Capitals play it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Severson moves it over to Sillinger. Tried to tip it to the middle of the ice. Gave it away to the Capitals. They give it right back from the red line. Cole will just send a one-hopper in on Logan Thompson. His only option is to cover and hold on. That'll get the Blue Jackets a face-off. 2:40 is what's left in regulation time. They're going to pull Jet right now. I think they will. And go with the extra attacker. Blue Jackets just had an extra attacker goal on Thursday night at home against the Detroit Red Wings. They'll try to do it again tonight. Fantilli, Monahan, Voronkov, Marchenko, Werenski, and Coyle. I knew I was forgetting one guy. It's Charlie Coyle. How could I forget? Extra centerman out there for the faceoff. Monahan takes the draw. Blue Jackets have the puck. Coyle on the left wing boards, under pressure from Justin Sordiff. Sordiff knocks it free to Tom Wilson. Empty net down to my left. The Capitals send the puck down the ice, and there's an icing call here, and the fans will not like this. Alexi Protas and Zach Werenski were shoulder to shoulder racing down the ice, with Protas trying to get a little bit of inside leverage. And he didn't get it. It's an icing call. Let's see if Monahan can win this faceoff again in the left wing circle. John gets a warning. Now he gets a talking to. Now the puck is down. The Capitals have it. Fairbury puts it around the boards. Protas trying to get it out. Werenski able to keep it in. Finds Monahan. His pass is out of the reach of Charlie Coyle. It gets to the far wall, and Marchenko's got it. Tries to pass it ahead. Capitals get it on their sticks, and they clear it out through the neutral zone. 2:05 to go in regulation time. Blue Jackets skating with an extra attacker and an empty net right now. They are in the neutral zone. Werenski gives it to Monahan. Throws it in for Fantilli. That puck bouncing all over the place. Adam puts it behind the net. The Capitals get there, and they clear it. This will be an easy icing call. The Blue Jackets just have to get back there to get the whistle, and that's what they do. With 1 minute and 47 seconds left to play. The Blue Jackets still have their timeout, should they elect to take it. The Capitals have used theirs. Looks as though the Blue Jackets are not going to take the timeout right now. Face off from the right wing side now. They elect to have Charlie Coyle take it. And they get to choose, so this is what they wanted. They want Coyle to get in there against Dowd. See if he can win one here. And he does. Fantilli to the blue line. Werenski skates it along the line. Looks back to Fantilli. He's got pressure. Turns and skates away from it into the right wing circle with a shot, and that one gets knocked down. Fantilli tracks it back down, and it comes off his stick and to Alexi Protas. He nudges it ahead through the neutral zone, gets to it, and fires it to the empty net. With 1 minute and 26 seconds to go in regulation time. And that may well seal the deal for the Washington Capitals here tonight. Now, Protas was not going to be denied. I mean, that entire time he was after the puck. And he finally got what he was looking for, and he picks up his 10th goal of the year. Werenski trying to get back, but Protas had the better angle, quite honestly. Once he got to it. If he got to it first, he was going to be able to shoot it to that empty net. Zach did everything he could, but it just was not going to be enough. So it's a 2-0 game. The Jackets have the puck and send it off the backhand into the Capitals zone. There goes Greaves back to the bench. Empty net again. And you have to. There's 1 minute and 15 left. And the game's not over yet. You got to do everything you can to try to get it back to a time. I mean, is it a tall order? It's a huge order. Absolutely. But you got to do it. The Jackets bring it back into the Washington zone. Put it to the left point. Provorov drops it off on the left wing boards. Sillinger trying to jam it to the slot. And it is picked off by Alex Ovechkin. Slides it ahead back into the Blue Jacket zone with under 1 minute to go. And Matejchuk will leave it behind the net. Severson carries. Left wing side, Kent Johnson. Puts it in. Isaac Lundestrom now over into the right wing corner. Got it to Miles Wood, back to the blue line. Werenski's back out there. He comes across. Fantilli with a shot. Logan Thompson with a save. Bouncing puck into the right wing corner. Blue Jackets dig for it. Can't find it. And Ovechkin will again knock it back out through the neutral zone with only 18 seconds to play. So the Blue Jackets are about to go 0-1-1 on this 3-game road trip as they lift the puck back into the Washington end, but Logan Thompson is not only going to get that 100th victory today, he's going to get it by shutout. And the final horn sounds, and the Capitals beat the Blue Jackets for the 3rd time this year. That guarantees them the season series. The other two were lopsided games, 5-1 decisions. This one, Washington has to grind it out, but they do as they blank the Blue Jackets. Final score,